And hello and welcome. We have our final playoffs of season 3 coming right at you today. Is the Amateur League playoffs. We are pretty hyped here for it. It is the finals, semifinals and the finals here today, all in one hot pack. I don't know, something week. I don't even know what I was trying to say. But anyways, we have IPS and Stormy here today as well. How are you guys doing?
I'm doing great.
I'm doing fantastic.
Are you guys hypity hopped up and ready?
I mean, of course I am. Why wouldn't I be? It's the semis and the finals.
Yeah.
I am super hyped. Like, normally I have a baseball game on this day, but no baseball game. So let me go ahead and commentate the Walking Point Finals.
Heck yeah. Well, we're glad to have you here, and good thing baseball sucks and you won and then it's over. So. But yeah, pretty excited here today. We have 4 teams still in the mix, 3 of which now, correct me if I'm wrong, are low ink winners. Which I think it was Stormy, right? You told me, hey, go watch low ink from last week. And I was really confused, Stormy. I thought you were pulling my leg. I was just like, wait, Red Sun lost. You lied to me. And I was about to get really upset at you, Stormy. But luckily, you weren't lying to me. One of the craziest low inks I've ever seen. And
Yeah, for sure.
That was actually nuts how that went down.
Crazy.
To get knocked out of the tournament and then get pulled back in and then reset bracket.
Can't win it.
And I think,
boy.
yeah, was it they won it in 6 games and then they won the bracket reset in 7 games?
Yeah. Honestly though, for those shout outs to Twisted Time though, like they were, I believe, I think they were up a game or tied with Dynasty Dragon's Wave before, the reset. Like they could have just taken the win, but they decided to actually, play against Red Sun and reset the whole set. Like, that's your sportsmanship right there.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Baller move. I love that they didn't want to take a free win, because I'm not going to lie, in most situations I feel like teams, when they see a free win, they go for it.
I'm just going to be straight up honest. That was me and us, but I'm taking a free win. I need a low ink win. No, I need a low ink win.
Well, we're starting off the playoff stream hype now. It looks like Cherry Girl already gifting a sub. Number 40 in the channel.
Oh, Lord.
So, I mean, we might as well just join straight to the prize pool, because Cherry Girl, also known as Nikki, already giving it an extra $1.50 already. I mean, this whole prize pool, thank you so much to Cherry Girl. I mean, there's others that have donated, but the majority all goes to Cherry Girl. So thank you so much, MVP of the league, because you are the person that has given these teams more than just the motivation of being the champions, but an actual real prize to take home. Is a pretty big deal for a lot of these teams that, especially like the academy and amateur teams, probably never win money ever. And even the pro, it's not like there's a ton of money in Splatoon. So thank you guys so much. And 30% of that will be going to the amateur winner today. So depending on where we end up after today's stream, as far as prize pool donations, that could be anywhere from about $80 to $100 for the winning team today. So pretty dang lit.
Also shout out for the Academy League. They're getting some of the money, but we got to give a shout out to Inky for doing the art prize for the Academy League. We got to talk about.
Yeah, we forgot about it. Did she finish that, or is she still working?
We don't have her. She's still working on it as we speak.
That's fine. I was just
she talked to me about it earlier.
Yeah.
So shout out to her for doing artwork for the Academy League.
Heck yeah, we got to get her on the channel now too. WTP.
For sure.
Yeah, thank you. That's awesome. And as well, just thank you to all the staff. I mean, Inky isn't on here because, we should just get Inky on staff. That's cool. That's cool with me. But yeah, thank you guys to all that have put in hard work this year for Season 3. I'm excited that it's gone, I don't know, like 90%, well, 95%. I mean, there's small things I think, we can definitely improve, and things that maybe Could have gone a little bit differently here and there, but ultimately our staff
for sure.
pulled off a great season 3. And of course, it's still not over. Today will determine the last bit of season 3 as far as the amateur league goes. But ultimately, thank you so much, staff. You guys rocked it. You guys killed it. IPS and Stormy, league managers stepping up. That was a huge help, and cool dude coming in partway through the season as well. Amongst the bunch of other staff, whether it's media or stats or whatever they've been working on. So thank you guys.
No problem.
No problem, man.
Speaking of which, we should recap real quick the regular season for those who maybe have missed the huge upset. Symphony with an 0-4 start.
Oh my God.
Yes, with the 0-4 start, bouncing all the way back, 4 wins in a row. It was a little controversial because, Red Sun with that crazy low ink run that we were talking about just a little bit earlier, they were not able to play their match against Symphony, giving them the DQ win. So I feel a little bit bad for Kraken Warriors because you have that in your mind of like, well, Red Sun maybe would have had like, an 80% chance to beat Symphony. I don't know what the odds are. And that would have put Kraken Warriors in the 4th place spot. So
you see, I think the main reason that Symphony, first of all, had more overall game wins, because when you look at how Kraken Warriors fared against those like the higher teams being West Broadway, Red Sun, and Xylo, they I don't think took even a game, while Symphony I think took a game at least. They got the DQ win against Red Sun, but they took a game from West Broadway and Xylo. And to boot, Symphony did get that upset on Kraken Warriors a couple of weeks ago. Mm-hmm. So that definitely helped them boost up to get that 4th spot. And unfortunately, Kraken Warriors did get knocked out. Meanwhile, Tent Supremacy kind of struggling there. Same thing with regular gamers. Resilience unfortunately dropped midway through the season. Yeah. And, Zach's not happy about this last one, but our Woe Gang going to go 3-5, did not make it into the playoffs.
Yeah. I mean, congrats to those 5 teams who didn't make the playoffs. It was a really tough season when you have 9 teams and we set the bar at only 4 teams making playoffs. That makes it difficult, especially when 3 teams have been amazingly strong. That really felt like it was 6 teams chasing just one single spot. So congrats to Symphony to getting it, but congrats to Kraken Warriors on a great season as well. I mean, I think if we could change the format now, I would love to see, a 4-5 seed so Symphony and Kraken Warriors can face off. Obviously, we've already set the format months ago. It's not going to change, but congrats to them. You guys earned at least respect from, I think, a lot of the people watching to finish 5th place in this league. And essentially be tied for 4th, just losing out on some tiebreakers is a pretty big deal. So congrats to you guys. You definitely popped off, and you have deserved some good credit as well. But Symphony making the miracle run means they are going to be part of our playoffs today. And the playoff schedule is simple as this: West Broadway versus Red Sun. After that matchup, we're going to have Xylo versus Symphony, and then those 2 winners from the semifinals will go straight to the finals, best of 9. There is no double elimination, no bracket resets, none of that. Straight up, you lose, you're done, season over. You win, you head to the finals, you win the finals. Of course, you are the champion. You have the glory, you have the moolah, you have it all in the bank. So, guys, coming to you, of course, we have 4 teams here today. Give me some odds. Give me a percentage of each team. Let's start with our number 4 seed, Symphony. Probably, with the miracle run. I don't think anyone's giving them a great chance. Give me a percentage. What do you guys think of them taking it all?
5%. They got to pull some miracle work to actually, win this whole thing. First of all, they have to go against the 1st seed, Xylo. Yep. And that's already a task, in of itself. And then after that, they got to take on either Red Sun or WBG, and it's like, whichever teams wins that, like Red Sun and WBG, I feel like are pretty much neck and neck, and it's just gonna be a matter of which team today is playing like better. And if something has to go against that after somehow beating Xylo, it's just not gonna be fun. And they gotta do some miracle work to pull off the win, like 2 wins in a row like that here today.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, when I was away, sorry, I make sure my parents got the door safely, so I'm good. But I don't know if y'all brought it up, but Neo left Exile recently, so it could be an opening here for these other teams going against them.
Yeah, but you see, that's where it kind of comes in. Remember Stormy how like Neo kind of left Persistence, but he still ended up he still finished his WTP season with y'all.
Right, he did do that.
Yeah, he's doing the same thing with Xylo. He's finishing.
He is. Yeah,
he's playing.
Okay.
He's playing today. So
okay,
Xylo is still full throttle.
I think they are playing with Yada, their sub. So I'm interested to see who they sub out. Is that Action? Is that Dino? Is that Blue? That could also be a factor. I mean, it's not like Yada's a bad player, so I don't think it.
Yada's cracked. Yada's cracked.
I don't think
Yada is, just kind of is their sub, but he's always there and he is at their level, and they seem to have pretty decent coordination with them. And I believe the roster today is going to be Neo, Action, Dino. I think it's Neo, Action, Dino, Yada. Uh-huh. Maybe I might be one off, not sure, but I'm pretty sure that might be what we're seeing today.
All right. Well, that would be a pretty scary lineup no matter what. So let's move on. Symphony, we gave him a 5% chance. Let's move on to our third place finish team, Red Sun. Obviously taking on West Broadway Grillers if they can get past them, facing whoever makes it into the finals. Probably Xylo based on our guess. So percentage to Red Sun taking it all today. What do you guys think?
Considering the momentum they have from winning this little wing and the encouragement they have, I'd give them a 45%. Give them a solid 45.
45? Wow, that is massive. IPS high, is that too high? Or do you agree?
Nah, I agree with that because think about, and honestly for WBG, it's kind of the same thing. Last time we saw these teams play, it was like equal, like just neck and neck. Like there was no clear like indicator who won except in those final seconds, and even then like it was like a 5-point difference who won. And that's the first semifinals we're going to be seeing. That is literally a 50-50 on who can win that. And then after that, whichever teams wins that is kind of more like 70-30, 60-40, but it's definitely still possible. Like we've seen Red Sun bring Xylo to a Game 5 before. But to be fair, that was without Neo, I believe. So there is that kind of thing. So we'll have to see if Red Sun wins this, how they play against Neo. Meanwhile, West Broadway, maybe a lower chance since last time we saw them play against Xylo did sweep. So
yeah, I mean, I think still, I love that you guys are giving Red Sun credit. I think they have the second best chance, but I think 45% is still too high. If you give 5% to Symphony, 45 to Red Sun, that only leaves 50% left for West Broadway and Xylo. So I'll put more the marker for Red Sun. I give them a 25% chance.
Oh, I thought it was percentage based off like just in general between like to 100. Oh yeah, I'll give them like a 20-25.
Yeah, odds to win it all. So. All right, so we give 5 to Symphony, 25 to Red Sun. That's 70 left. What are you guys feeling about West Broadway Grillers? Better chance than Red Sun and less of a chance than Red Sun? You're talking about Red Sun, hyping them up. What about West Broadway?
I think West Broadway right now, if we look back at West Broadway versus Red Sun, I feel like they were completely neck and neck. And they're probably still going to be neck and neck right now. But I feel like in general chances, I feel like taking it all, 15%, because they first had to go through a Red Sun that not only, again, like Stormy said, came back from a massive momentum rush playing, like winning that low ink, but they're also looking for revenge. They are not happy when they were not happy when they lost to West Broadway. That is a fact. Yeah. And they're coming back here to get some revenge. And, they're definitely going to be playing on their A game against West Broadway to beat them. And even if West Broadway somehow managed to win that, like I said, last time we saw West Broadway play Xylo sweep them. So unless West Broadway proves different, I think it might be the same story tonight.
Stormy, do you agree with that take or disagree?
agree, but I also disagree. Because one thing I want to add, I don't know what's going on with Devi's situation, but last time, West Broadway played Red Sun, they didn't have Devi, and they still won. And if everyone is familiar with Red Sun, they were no backline comps. That is a juicy rice ball for any Hydra player. No backline, please. Please. So I feel like that if Devi is playing, she will take advantage of the no backline comp.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's going to be interesting. West Broadway versus Red Sun's definitely, I think, going to be the potentially the most hype, most close matchup today. But let's say West Broadway wins that. They did get sweeped 3-0 as IPS said, but if they make it to finals, they got swept in week 1, and we had an interview with Devi. I can't remember if it was right after that or the next week, saying, hey, like, we weren't completely prepared to take on Xylo, especially in week 1. And so, that was 2 months ago. And of course, I still give Xylo the edge, but maybe West Broadway has grown since then. Maybe they've, thought of some strategies. How are they actually going to face up against Xylo if they make it to the finals and Xylo is up against them?
Neo.
So
just kill Neo.
Just unplug his internet.
Just unplug his internet.
Yeah, killing Neo is easier said than done, of course. That's the main issue.
Yeah.
Especially when you have some action backing him up on that H3, and even then, if whoever's playing, whether it be Dana, whether it be Akuma, whether it be Blue, they'll back up Neo and try to enable him as much as possible, because that's what they mainly do. They just helped enable Neo so Neo could just do things. And when he died, they already had a 3v2 or a 3v1 situation for them, and they would just win those because they themselves are pretty decent players. So killing Neo is only one part of the puzzle, and it's already a really hard part to actually complete,
It will be difficult for sure. I think West Broadway, right now, in my mind, just based off of Red Sun's momentum, I agree with you guys, ranking them slightly lower, maybe a 15 to 20% chance to take it all today. That leaves us with Xylo, 55% chance of taking it all today. Is that even too low? I mean, they're an 8-0 team. They've not been defeated. They've been pushed to, what was it, 1 Game 5 series, I believe? And maybe lost one other match, but that's it.
Yeah. I mean, of course, we're distributing 100% between 4 teams, and it's kind of 50%, is kind of 55% is huge, considering that the rest of the percentage is the 3 other teams. It's pretty much like a 30% difference from the second best team, hypothetically, with the percentages. So I think it is big enough if we're looking at it that way for sure, because, Xylo can still be beaten by Red Sun. We nearly saw it happen. What saved Xylo in that set against Red Sun was a splash wall from action, right? A splash wall won them the game.
Yeah.
That was one outplay, one big play coming from action to win them that. And then, West Broadway, like we said, maybe kind of could have improved, could come and prove me wrong and, beat Xylo as well. And then it's just Symphony, which I don't have much hope for myself, but I definitely think that. But they made the miracle again to the playoffs. There's no saying that they can't do it again.
Sure.
So there's no 100% chance that Xylo will win. There's no 80% chance. Because we can't say 80% and just say, oh yeah, the other teams have 10, 5, and 2.
Yeah.
Well,
I think, even, of course, percentages are hard to set up, but I think the point is Xylo, heavy favorites going in, Symphony, heavy underdogs, West Broadway Gorillas and Red Sun looking like maybe this, not necessarily a giant upset, but it would be an upset if they were the ones to take it all against potentially Xylo in the finals. Of course, just a few moments, we will have West Broadway Gorillas taking on Red Sun, and here are the maps they will be playing. Semifinals are best of 7s. They have been the same throughout playoffs here, so it shouldn't be too big of a surprise what these maps and mode lists are. We got Starfish Main Stage Rainmaker, Ink Block, Tower Control, Skipper Pavilion, Splat Zones, Anchovy Clamblitz, Wahoo World Splat Zones, Piranha Pit Tower Control, Snapper Canal, Clam Blitz, if indeed it gets to that juicy game number 7. IPS, we only have a moment or so, but anything you want to say about this map list that you've created for us today?
Well, I mean, first of all, me and Stormy, good at map lists, right? Cracked at this, but I think the main thing is we look at these maps and, look at this, and I think Hydra, damn, Skipper, Wahoo World, Pit TC. There's a lot of these. Some of these maps got really good positions for Hydra just to set up and just pretty much spray at the enemy the whole game. On the other hand, though, some of these maps, for example, the two Rainmaker maps, the one Rainmaker map and the Clan Blitz maps, those can be really good for Red Sun, as they play fast, they have no back comp, they want to be quick and be able to basically make...
That's their best mode.
Yeah, Rainmaker is essentially their best mode because of the fact there are no back comp, but some of these maps, they could easily possibly overwhelm Devion Hydra if they can get into the position to and be careful, but some other maps going to be harder. For example, of course, like I said, Skipper Zones and Pit TC and Wahoo World spots as well.
Yeah. Well, it should be a great best of 7 between these two teams. We're going to take a couple-minute break to get the teams in the lobby. West Broadway Guerrillas taking on Red Sun. We'll get that coming right up. See you guys on the other side of the break. All right, welcome back everybody to the analyst desk here. We got West Broadway Grillers taking on Red Sun in our first amateur playoff matchup. This is the semifinals. This is a best of 7, so get hyped. Throw some emotes in the chat. Throw out your channel point predictions. Let's get ready to go. And as these teams get ready to play, IPS and Stormy, help the fans out. What team should they be predicting in this matchup here? You can see a little bit of their team stats. Red Sun, West Broadway Grillers. Who are you guys taking in this matchup, and what is the scoreline going to be in this best of 7? IPS, go ahead. I'll kick it to you.
I'm thinking, well, right. You know, Red Sun went 5-3, but in reality, they should be 6-2 right now because they gave a set to Symphony. And I believe in that set against Symphony, they would have won that. But other than that, they are 5-3 currently. You know, they just came off a recent low ink win. They don't have a lot of KOs. You know, they usually play till the end of the game, but they do end up coming out with the wins and they have a pretty decent amount of kills per minute. You know, around this, they actually have the second least amount of deaths per minute and one of the highest specials per minute. So they definitely are more of a special heavy team compared to, for example, Xylo or West Broadway. They do have a slightly bit more. But, you know, West Broadway 7-1, 21-6. The only loss was to Xylo. And, you know, I'm thinking here.
What's the scoreline?
Yeah,
Give us the scoreline.
I'm thinking we could go to Game 7 here towards Red Sun. That's what I'm thinking.
Ooh, 4-3 Red Sun. All right, Stormy, what are your predictions here? Oh, Stormy's dead. All right.
All right, yeah, it happens.
I'll give my predictions. I'm going to go the exact opposite of IPS. I'm going to say 4-3 to West Broadway Grillers. I'm saying it's the run back. They did it in the regular season. They got the 3-2 victory in that best of 5. It was a super close series, so I'm expecting another super close series. I am slightly worried that Devi isn't able to play for them today, but I still think they might pull out the magic, guys. They have a chance. So Stormy sounds like he's back. So Stormy, what is your prediction? You're the tiebreaker.
I'm predicting 4-2 Red Sun.
4-2 Red Sun. All right. So 2 predictions to Red Sun, a prediction to West Broadway. Pretty similar here in the channel point chat. We got almost 12,000 to West Broadway Grillers and 19,000 to Red Sun. So slight edge to Red Sun. It sounds like people are giving for this first semi matchup. We are going to the first map and mode, Rainmaker on Starfish main stage of all things to kick us off for game number 1. Red Sun taking on West Broadway Grillers. First team to 4 wins in this series will be going to the finals against whoever wins in Xylo and Symphony right after this match. We are ready for game number 1. Let's get into it. It is time for the playoffs.
All right, and here we go, ladies and gentlemen. On Rainmaker Starfish main stage, one of those maps where when you get wiped once, you are going to get snowballed real hard. And looking at both of these comps, we see coming from WBG, I believe that is a Pro Splash, Rapid, and K-Shot. Meanwhile, on the side of Red Sun, we see that famous Octobrush, and followed by that Zap Jr. and the Nautilus, which means one side is running double armor, while the other side opting for a more, you know, kind of unique comp with that Booyah Bomb Rush and that Rapid there. So already a trade for both sides as Beam here, I think, going in, getting that pick. He's getting that pick onto the K-Shot already. WBG is going to have to back up a little as Red Sun's already going to grab the Rainmaker Stormy.
Yeah, indeed. And Red Sun, we talked about how Rainmaker's the best mode. They push us so fast and aggressively. You see Beam come out, get 2 picks. And this is going to be really hard for Bravo to defend. They got to get special to help them defend. They already popped 2 of the special and 2 of them already go down. This could be trouble to get on top of the Rainmaker now.
And I believe someone on that top right there, I think Sam just got the pick on the Rainmaker, just clutching it out while the rest of the team is do clean up the rest of them. So a push to 54 on this map is definitely not enough, Stormy, as WG still kind of camping for this Rainmaker, making sure that, Red doesn't go for those kind of cheese plays, which might be expected of them.
Yeah, indeed, and it is a smart thing that West Bravo is playing a little bit defensive here, but you don't want to play too defensive against Red Sun because they'll make you pay for it. They'd be like, if you don't want to push, then we're going to push. So West Bravo kind of needs to play a little bit more aggressive with themselves too, and don't get stuck in situations right here. So they can find a way to win this game and find openings. And if you're not going to push, Red Sun's going to do this right now. They refuse to push it now. They're going to make them pay for it.
Yeah, Tina here on this hammer, I believe got 2 picks there. It's going to put so much pressure on WG. We're getting a KO, but it only gets down with the 3, although they do get a pick on Toxic here. Now with this Jet, maybe trying to keep the pressure going. Carly going to take the down beam there just in time. And I believe Sam there, grab the Rainmaker to get out. And Carly with that double is going to at least save the game for WBG, though. Just Red Sun already pushing the 3. 3 minutes left in this game. Right now, WG needs to stop. They need to push themselves. They got to stop letting Red Sun run all over them.
Yeah, and no surprise here at all seeing Red Sun push the 3. We've seen them in low week go bonkers on this map, and now West Bravo themselves need to push them aggressively and find a way to make a counter push. But Red Sun just seems way too aggressive for them, and they're finding themselves in 2v3s, 3v1s, and they keep going down. And it'd be interesting to see what Red Sun does here. Will they keep playing aggressive and go for a KO, or will they play a little bit more defensive but just stall out in the middle? We'll see.
I think it is Red Sun we're talking about here, though. Definitely keep going aggressive, trying to get picks with this Rainmaker here as well. But they definitely got to be careful because they don't want to get wiped in a really bad situation. As I say that, guess which team actually got wiped? Pretty much.
West Broadway.
West Broadway. Just Red Sun. We just see them going in. They go for picks. They just put on so much pressure. They're not even pushed with the Rainmaker anymore. They're using that as a weapon of destruction as well. And this is really tough enough for WG. They got to find a way to get back in here. They do have missiles and Buoy Bomb at the ready, which they do pop one of them. Maybe we might see a Buoy Bomb as well soon, as WG needs to find a way to get in here, Stormy. Yeah,
indeed. And it just seems that over the past months, it just seems that wrestlers got better and better. I think one player I've known to talk about a forward wrestler who has gotten better is Beam. Beam has just gotten really good. But, as I'm saying that, they do get white. This could be trouble.
Yeah, right now, Digging needs to push this as one does go down, though. They might be able to get 2 here. That Buoy Bomb, though, is going to get the lead.
No, not the lead.
Clutch from Beam on 75. It's going to stop it from getting the lead right on 4.
I was just talking about him. Beam got so good, he just clutched up right there. Beam is an amazing player, an amazing slayer slash support, and he's going to do what he can to make sure get that win. What a save. My God.
Save Aaron Delta here. Yo, gonna get a good triple on the Rainmaker.
My triple with the Rainmaker.
Red Sun is just playing different right now. Even though WG got that push to 4, Delta, Beam with the clutch. Now Delta with a triple on the Rainmaker. Now Red Sun is putting the pressure on once again. And, WBG definitely had an opportunity, like a window there where they saw, right, these guys pushing a bit too much. We have to stop them for once. We got to do that again to get back in. And, Beam, though, gonna get another pick on Sam. He's just doing whatever he wants right now. He's gonna actually jump out here, but, Stormy, WG there really got that lead because they actually punished Red Sun. And if they can do that again, they might get another shot, but it seems like Red Sun is learning from their mistake and kind of making sure to be a bit more calm coming into this. As I say now, Tina does go down, though. So does Beam as well. Maybe we might see 3 go down here. This is now nearly a 3 situation, and the Rainmaker is gonna start pushing up, though.
It's gonna be close.
It's gonna be close here. 10 seconds left. Buoy Bomb does come out.
Tina,
though, coming on the flank, I believe. This is going to go down, though. Bombs coming from Red Sun here. They're ready for super weak, and an inkjet shot. Going to end the game there. And already, game 1, Red Sun going to take it. And we already got a set on our hands.
That was such an amazing game. It's like, oh my God. I want to give a little bit of credit to West Broadway because the teams push up. I gotta give a credit to Red Sun though, because West Broadway pushed back in so fast and almost took the lead. And normally what teams do is get scared, play defensive. Red Sun said, heck no, we're still gonna push up on y'all.
That was so dang close. What a kickoff to the playoffs. Both teams almost with a KO. And I don't know if it's gonna work. I don't know if I hit the right button here, but let me try this last second push here on the replay. This was crazy. I mean, they had the coverage, they had the booyah bomb. They just had no way to get up. Sam just didn't have the paint there, and they were stopped 1 point short. Guys, that is heartbreaking.
Tina and Bean just worked together to get that kill on a Rainmaker. And I thought they had the lead. I'm like, God dang, they had the lead. They just took it back like that. But no, Redson said, no, we're not going to let y'all get this lead. You got to work harder, you know? And Redson turned out to win that game.
I mean, crazy stuff. Sometimes, I mean, that's what I love about Splatoon. It's all these hype moments that come down usually to these just 1 point differentials. And man, oh man, that is huge. And we've seen this before. Actually, this reminds me specifically of this set between West Broadway and Red Sun in the regular season, where I think actually West Broadway won, I think it was game 3 by 1 point, helping them get to that game 5 victory. So obviously this is only game 1, but Red Sun off to a good start here. We're taking that one away.
You know, pretty much, there was only one moment where WBG actually, punished Redson's aggressiveness, and that's when they got the 4 there. But, Beam and Tina did not want to get caught up with their mistakes, and they just clutched it there. And, right after that, we saw Delta get a triple with a Rainmaker.
That was crazy.
Using that thing as a weapon. And I think one major thing right now, Redson is just playing so aggressive. And they've only been punished once, and it was in that moment. So maybe they might now be a bit more careful. But in general, until West Broadway completely shuts down their hyper-aggressiveness, they're just going to keep going in. They're going to keep going in. They're going to keep getting kills. They're going to keep making pushes. Because if WBG ain't going to do anything about it, what's stopping them? What's stopping them to just roll over people?
Well, let's see if they can do it. We are ready for game number 2. This is going to be Tower Control on Ink Block Art Academy. Just as you're saying, IPS, can West Broadway Gorillas shut down the aggressiveness of Red Sun? Let's find out and see if they can get us to a tied series.
All right, Tower Control, Ink Block. Another map where things get really bad really quickly. And looking at both comps from these teams, we do see, of course, usually, as per usual, pretty much same comp coming out from Redson, although we do see a K-Shot and Octopus Novo switch, which does mean double missiles. Meanwhile, on the side of West Broadway, we see the Sam Charger coming out, and I believe that's a Zap and Machine coming out also from West Broadway. Armor Ready coming out for them. They do get the pick on the Zap, and Armor comes out now for Red Sun. Maybe Ami here looking for a pick on this Machine. Is going to get it. That's already 2 down. On the side of West Broadway. And just Red Sun gonna already start this push, Stormy.
Yeah, and I gotta commend Red Sun there with the coordination there. Both 2 people going left, pincering them and letting Admiral get that splat, put them in a really good situation here. And they are still in a pretty good situation here, but the raid does come out, so maybe will stall out the push. But Red Sun, such an aggressive team, do not falter against things like that. They will use the missiles at their advantage. Just look at Beam here, just going up and try to take out the flank, but people do go down, and so we'll see what West Broadway has in store for the second push.
Yeah, Beam here gonna have to hard back as Carly and Sam gonna try to push him, and now it's actually gonna be a WBG push here. They missiles actually do come out from Red Sun, and the Zap does go down here, and already just the aggressiveness from Red Sun is just push WBG back. We see Tina just moving around. It's gonna go down there though to Sam, and Sam here maybe trying to make it another shot here right now. He is playing backline for this team, as Debbie's not here right now, and right now not finding really any shots. Zap does go down the side of Red Sun. They are currently have someone on their
nice,
and the machine getting a nice angle there onto Admir. And it's going to be a really strong opportunity for WBG to start getting a push in here. Missiles do come out from Beam. Toxic going to take this back here. Maybe going to look for a pick. Is maybe going to be able to get it. He's going to force out to the back up. Admir around the corner looking for that pick maybe. Admir struggling to get that pick on Toxic on that top right. We see Delta coming in to help now, and Stormy WBG's not even getting a lot of kills, but they're just pushing in.
Yeah, they are just pushing. They set us up aggressive, but 2 do go down immediately with the bomb. But what they did there, they took out Adamir immediately. They got past that checkpoint, so really good job there by West Broadway. They took out Adamir, and as soon as they took out Adamir, they just started going. Adamir is such a big threat on Red Sun, and I think West Broadway has figured that out. And so now they'll do anything in their power to shut him down.
Yeah, and already we see Tina and Beam jumping to that beacon in the bats of WBG and getting punished for that play. And, now Rush, you're going to drop again, maybe looking for a pick. It's going to get armor here, but it's still pretty much stuck in the corner as WG got the checkpoint. Now they're just playing a little bit defensive. They don't want to give an opportunity for Reds to just go in and snowball extremely hard. And so they do get the pick on the Zap on the left side, though. Might be able to get another pick on the other two on left here. They do get the pick on the splash, so now 2v2 situation. There's one in the corner, Beam taking him over one against the machine, but Toxic, though, clutch that out. Gonna get the pick. Amir now stuck on his own. He's gonna have to back up here, or he's gonna get taken out himself. And WBG right now just punishing the aggressiveness of Reds, and especially Beam, who's trying to come in and make some plays, but it's getting shut down, Stormy.
Yeah, Beam is a really good K-Shot player, and they're just shutting him down specifically. And I like the defensive position West Broadway's in, but be warned, you can't hold defense forever. West Broadway needs to push up. They need to push up so they can shut Red Sun down. And if they just give Red Sun a little bit of breathing room, like right now, they're going to make a big push here.
Yeah, although Ray is at the ready for WBG, so they're just waiting to stop that.
Doesn't matter, there's 2 down.
Yeah, Ray with 3 down is not that good. You know, Sam right now struggling to find anyone with it, and
pop the armor.
Yeah,
not gonna work.
Pop gun from Delta as well. You know, the splash are gonna be canceled. You might be seeing a lead story. That's a wipe on the side of WBG, and Ray is gonna take the lead. They're just going in their spawn.
Oh, is Tina in spawn? Is Tina in spawn?
They're all in spawn, bro. They are saying, nah, you ain't even getting out. And finally, though, WG does get out here, but Zap gonna go down again. And Red Sun right now is gonna try to keep pushing his tower. Amir looking for another pick here. They are gonna get this last checkpoint. Now with 11 points left, just WG can't even find a footing. Just Red Sun keeps stepping on that gas. They ain't let it go. Being getting another pick down there. Stormy, this is insane.
Just living in the fast lane. They're not gonna stop pushing, but West Broad was able to stop their push, and that was such a good push. And Adamir is still alive and is falling into the push. And it's just like I told you that you can't play defensive all the time against Red, so they'll make you pay for it. And just as I said, that they get the pick and get the push going. Oh my God.
Amazing push by Red Sun. They went right up in that spawn, but now they are in the defensive though. WBG does have 4 special on the ready. They have only 10 seconds left. They got to get past 40. They got to get that checkpoint. They got a KO to win this. And right now, they do pop armor. They do pop armor. Maybe slight alert. They can't find a pick with this. Overtime now starts. Delta and Amir and Beam. They're just playing defensive. You know, but as I said, though, they do get punched for it. Amir is going to go down.
And just got on the tower.
I believe Team got the point there and took tower. And game 2 goes to Red Sun. Just, you know, they were like, oh, you can't lead? But nah, let's just go into your spawn. Get out of our game, they said.
They just went all the way up there. Tina just went all the way up there. Tina gave and did not care at all. I said, I'm in your spawn. I'm shorting your shield. I know I can't kill you, but I'm still going to do it.
It feels just like Red Sun's just doing whatever they want. You guys talked about the momentum coming riding high off of low ink. It seems like, man, they don't give a care about West Broadway right now. They are just going full out. I love to see it. They are on fire, guys.
Yeah, for real, dude.
It's crazy because I just said at that moment is that I like the position West Broadway was in. They were playing a little bit defensive, but I said that you can't always play defensive against a team like Red Sun. You can't, because they'll make you pay for it. And what happened? They made them pay for it.
Oh yeah. Man. When they got that wipe on West Broadway, you know, most teams wouldn't even push up the spawn, but Red Sun just so quick to get up in there, and you know they were just, you know, like West Broadway was getting spawn camped. They were getting casual turf war spawn camped.
It's
you know,
not
that
a great,
was
not a great picture.
Yeah, and you know, now 2 games down, West Broadway has gotta find a way to get back in here. You know, you lost the first game by 1 point. You got spawn camp second game near the end. All right, whatever. Just you gotta reset, get back into this set. You know, come into this third map here. You know, maybe find something. Think of a comp that you know can just stop Red Sun. And just the main thing, right? WG right now, I think is worrying too much about not letting Red Sun get a footing. Because if you let Red Sun get a footing, they just go in. But I think they're worrying too much to a point where they're only really playing defensive and doing little small pushes. What you want to do is you want to stop the footing of Red Sun and make your own. You want to set your own foot down and put them off balance. That's what you want to do against Red Sun. Yeah. Because if you just try to put them off balance the whole game, they'll eventually get their foot down, and you won't have your foot down, and you're just going to get swamped.
Yeah, I
It's
feel like they
simple as
kind of.
that.
I agree. They need to go for the throat right now because they're down 2-0 in this best of 7 with a team that has a ton of aggression, a ton of momentum right now. West Broadway's. We're getting into game number 3, Splat Zone Skipper Pavilion. They need to get the job done. Red Suns is subbing out Tina for Vertigo. I'm assuming for that 10th play here on Splat Zones. We'll see if it pays off. West Broadway starting to get on the back foot. They need to get back into the series. They need a win in game number 3 to not go down to match points. So let's jump into it and see if they can pull it off here on Splat Zones.
All right, we're now going to Skipper Pavilion Splat Zone, the Sacred Splat Zones map of spam. As I say that, we do see Admiral switch from the not to the mini iconic for missile spam. Delta on that junior for the armor spam. Beam on that splash for the bomber spam. And Vertigo with the curling rush on this map, which is pretty popular here. We're on the side of West Broadway Grillers. We see the K52 for that Booyah Bomb. Foil Squeezer for that Insta Pop Bubbles. And they do copy the splash on the side of Red Sun. And speaking of splash Red Sun goes down. Beam right down here. Also takeout goes down. Actually 2 down on the side of Red Sun. And already WBG making a statement to try to turn around this decent start here at Stormy.
Yeah, indeed, and I don't know if I agree with this comp change coming on the side of Red Sun. It seems like they have no range, while on the side of West Broadway, they have a 52 gal, K52 gal, I may add, and a Squeezer, which can do a lot of damage. If Red Sun want a chance to win this game, they just have to be super aggressive and pop the specials accordingly. And as I said, they are going to be able to do that and probably take back zone.
Yeah, they are going to get the cap here. They also got 2 picks with that, and now, you know, the rest of WTP trying to back up here. Carly trying to shark, but Vertigo going to find a route, but taking it as a bait. Gem is going to get that pick on the 10. He's going to be able to hold this position. He is not moving for the members of Red Sun. And this is what I'm talking about. WTP has to stop letting Red Sun run over them. You know, Gem, just getting these plays, he's going to get 1 pick, maybe 2 here on that jump. Not going to get 2 on the jump. And Beam here now on his own. Maybe looking for a clutch. Gonna get 1 on Toxic. And Beam is just different right now. It's going to help us see the cap in the zone once again. And right now, Stormy, this is a bloodbath.
It's a bloodbath. Both teams are just getting a bunch of kills. And right there in the situation, Beam should be dead. Beam should not be breathing right there. And because they allowed Beam to breathe, he was able to clutch up and get the zone back for him. And now they're the ones being pushed back as we speak. They're probably going to get wiped with these missiles coming in.
Yeah, it's yet though, 1 does go down. This 2 actually. With the situation right now, Vertigo with this curling rush, gonna get a pick with it. Maybe 2 Toxic in the team are back up. And that curling rush on this map is busted. It's gonna shut down that push completely coming for WBG. And just the last person for WBG left here, that K52 is gonna go down for not jumping out, gonna get punched for that. And Red Sun now with control. They have bombers to the ready. Delta nearly with armor too. They're just gonna try hold here. Gem gonna pop this missiles. Armor does come out for Red Sun. Big team fight about to come in here with those bubbles coming out right now. Red Sun needs its own. Trey coming in between Vertigo and Jet. Don't cap go inside WBG now. 1v2 situation. Beam maybe looking to make a clutch play here. Not gonna probably get it though. Is gonna try to jump back. Beam just a slippery snake here, getting the kills, jumping out, not giving a crap. And now Vertigo gonna be charging his curling rush again in Stormy. Right now, Red Sun gonna be looking to get back in again, and WBG really struggling right now against Beam.
I wouldn't say that. Red Sun needs to be careful because if they end up going down here, this could be a game, and West Broadway could end up winning this game. So they need to be careful, but thinking accordingly. Maybe something for getting lead, and it looks like they might be able to do that. But when they get it back in time with his own switch, yes, they will.
Yeah, and once again, Carly on this splash, gonna get 2 picks, but maybe a triple here. Gonna decide not to that fight against the mini and opt to maybe help their teammate paint zone suit. But Carly right now gonna get rushed by 2 members, I believe, of Red Sun. I said though, Admiral just go down on top of Beam and Carl. Carly right now, not really much can happen here. Zone cap is on the side of WBG right now. Red Sun gotta be careful once again. They can't get wiped here. Bubbles do come out maybe a bit early. They do get popped, and armor is the race side of Red Sun Stormy, as right now they're gonna try to make a push in.
Maybe a little bit too much of an early armor pop. It might cost them as we speak. Pop armor way too early. If they don't get zone here, this could be a game. And they do keep control of the zone, but don't give that armor pop. But you end up getting the zone and then something them out. But a little bit of an early armor pop coming on the side of Delta, but he makes up for it with a bomb pick. So good job on him. And now West Broadway is put back into another corner once again with these short range weapons coming outside of Red Sun and being aggressive, just sharking as we speak. Vertigo able to come out of this alive, though. What a nice splash wall!
Man just gets a pick and jumps out. And we're seeing a completely different game pretty much coming from Red Sun. We see them losing some 1v1s against, WPG, and now we're seeing them play a completely different game. And we're going to play with our specials instead. And you can't do nothing against that. And they're going to get 2 picks here with a flank from Vertigo. This is going to be the KO coming here. Stu Talks left and left with that Booyah Bomb. Going to drop it down, but it's not going to get picked, but it's not going to do much else. And that is the KO. Red Sun up 3-0 now in this series. And WBG is really, really gasping at the air right now.
Oh my God, Red Sun just showing they are trained assassins. And you know what assassins wield 2 blades. Not only is Red Sun aggressive, but they can also special spam and just take games, showing that they have more than 1 skill.
My goodness, guys, it feels like Red Sun are unstoppable right now. West Broadway, I mean, they're getting the leads, they're getting the chances, but man, oh man, it's not panning out. They're getting slight leads, as you guys said earlier, but man, in this last tower control game and now the spot zone games, they're not able to hold on and they're not able to get back in when they lose the lead. And it feels close, but it feels like Red Sun just has the upper hand today.
Yeah, definitely. And like I was saying there, we saw WBG. They were starting with 1v1. They're starting to become more aggressive. And as soon as that happened midway through the game, Red Sun flip switch. They were like, okay, well, they're killing us. What if we just use our specials? And we saw multiple times there. That's what they did. They just used bombers to cap zone. They used curling works to cap zone. They used their own specials to destroy the specials of West Broadway. Kills don't matter if you don't keep the zone, and that's what pretty much Red Sun abused.
Yeah, indeed. They just played them there pretty much.
Yeah, it seems like the team coordination, the specials are there. I do have some good news, maybe. Perhaps for West Broadway Grillers. Finally, after 3 games, they have snuck in Devi for game number 4 in this best of 7. Maybe that's enough to get momentum and win 4 straight and do this crazy reverse sweep. I don't know why Devi hasn't been playing. Maybe that was a certain strategy thing. I don't know. What do you guys think?
Probably connection issue on her side. Maybe she just got it fixed. Maybe. We'll see.
Possibly. I wouldn't think, WG would run a strategy without Devi on purpose. Just, it's their Hydra. They're basically their backbone of their team. I don't think they would on purpose, run without her. But, who knows? Maybe they did. But now that they do have her, this might help them possibly make this closer. But the thing is, I feel like it's too late. They could take a game or 2, but here's the release thing, right? WG needs to win 4 in a row.
Maybe that's why they're doing it though. They're building up the storyline.
The storyline. All right. You sound like Zach.
I sound like Zach.
Exactly.
Well, we are ready for game number 4. Let's see if West Broadway with Devi can get something going. It is a best of 7. They're going to need the miracle 4 in a row. We have not seen it yet, but you never know. It is possible. Let's jump into game number 4 and see if they can give us at least 1 more game here.
Here we go. Clan Blitz, Anchovy, an infamous map. If you get one side in that office, you just push. And looking at both of these team comps, we see pretty much same stuff coming out from Red Sun. We see that V10 not coming out from Vertigo, though. And inside WBG, we see the famous Devi Hydra. And coming out with the Toxic Rapid and the Splash indication that we've seen earlier as well. Devi staying over this life side. And already one pick coming from Devi. And, this already might be working here, Stormy, but, as I said, though, there's actually 2 down inside of Red Sun, and the WG already with mid control.
Indeed. And the thing is with this map specifically is that...
Right, I believe that we have Stormy dead on the mic for 1 second, so as that happens, I will be commentating on my own, and we see Carl here with this Bombers at the ready, though, is going to back up to make a power come and throw that down for their teammates, as Devi does go down somewhere around that right side. And Carly doesn't see this power come. Rest is just going to go down and decides to save it and back up. And now Carly going to throw it back once again. And right now, WBG, they do have specials. They do have mid control, but Reggie just holding on. They're like, let's just let us come to us and we'll just win our fights. And, WBG's been too scared. As I said, though, they do get the pick on Admir, which is pretty big right now. They might be opting to push up on this left side. Instead, though, Gem going to go up to the right. They're trying to get up that wall. They do get the pick down onto Delta. And this is going to be 2 power comes going in for WBG. As Vertigo and Beam are on the complete other side of this push. Vertigo coming out with these bubbles. Maybe
nice defense.
Nice defense here. Yeah, shooting it down just at 60. Beam's still going to go down, though. They have to make Devi back up here, and they do. But, push 60, not too bad. But, Stormy, this is definitely something that can change in just 2 seconds.
Yeah, indeed, and especially with David and the Hodges, it's making it a lot better for them. I was trying to say this earlier, but Discord's amazing. But I was going to say the thing is with this map specifically on Anchovy Clams is that people always think, oh, let's push from one side. No, you have to push from both sides, and it just seems that West Broadway has the capability to do that, especially with this Hydra here. Hydra can basically take on a 1v3 if they wanted to, especially if they're good at it.
Yeah, and we see again just Redson not really being able to get back to the mid. I say that though, they just press completely the push coming from the side of Redson here. Beam, you're actually dying to that mine there. Lucky him not going down there. Gonna get some help from Admi here to gate down that rapid here. And finally, this might be a push coming down from Redson. They do have 24 clamps ready. Ancients are ready as well. They gotta be careful when using that Ancient because we all know that a Hydra will sit there and see, oh, that's an Ancient in here. Durr.
Exactly, and it just seems like Redson is trying to get a position to push it, but not able to because the defense right now on West Broadway is playing really good. But like I said before, you don't often play defensive because as soon as they don't give Redson a footing, and it seems like if they are able to kill Beam here, which they just did, they need to set up for our own push of their own. Set up for a push now maybe, and see if they can take advantage of it.
Yeah, they did lose a couple of power clams there, which is unfortunate. They were able to keep one, though, and maybe some sort of mid-control. But Amir is going to get dropped down on without any of his teammates' help. And right now, WTP playing more as a team. They are playing hard defense right now. Yeah, they're like, we don't got... If they're going to defense, Devi just getting a nice pick on Vertigo with the edge of her range. And we actually might be seeing WTP try to make another push here. They do have pretty much, kind of some picks on Redson right now. They have 16 clams to the ready. They don't really have a lot of specials. Trade coming in between Splash and the Junior. We might be seeing Gem trying to go in here. Does get the clam and isn't going to need it, though. That is actually 3 down on the side of WBG. And this actually might come back to haunt them. You just gave an extra pity now to Redson and Stormy. If, Redson can just get in here and get the picks they need and make a push themselves, they're going to have a lot of clams for it.
Yeah, indeed, but the main factor that's stopping Redson from really getting in there is Devi. Devi is just being a menace on the Hydra, just sitting in all spots. So what Redson needs to do is take out everyone else and leave Devi isolated, so they can't do anything. But they do take a final pick on Devi, so they might be able to get a push in here unless when their team away probably just clutches up.
Yeah, right now, Beam would have to drop there. Just Carly and Tox are trying to hold as much as they can. Vertigo, they have one clam though. Gonna get Beam, gonna jump in with another clam here. Gonna get that, and it's down to 60. Amir's gotta come in here with another bunch of clams here in this bubble. He's gonna use those bubbles to throw as much clams as he can. He's gonna get it down to 42. So, maybe not a push that was as big as Resting Hope, Stormy, but definitely a big one anyway. Gonna get them the lead, but this could actually be reversed really easily as we see there's not much penalty on the side of WBG.
Yeah, exactly, and Redson needs to be really, really, really careful here and probably not go down to David or no one else on the side of, or maybe not go down to this rapid. He has baller in, so maybe they could do a sneaky baller push. So they gotta be a watcher for that. Everything is just not on the favor of Redson. As the tank goes down, this could be trouble.
The baller just came out like you said, but he's gonna have to blow up early as it does get pretty much canceled. That bombers and that armor coming out. They're gonna be able to get big on Amir. They're gonna go in this power clam. Just to get the rest of the clam. They missed the power clam. They do another one in though. And
got it.
The power clam and they get the lead. Just clutched it out in the end. They nearly choked that.
Yeah, they did nearly choke that. I was so scared. I was like, no, don't miss Devi. Devi missed that power clam. She's probably beating herself in the VC right now, but Devi just coming in, taking charge with the team and just showing out and showing why she is such an amazing factor to have in West Broadway.
We got a series on hand, guys. A close one there. I almost had a heart attack. I mean, watching this replay back, it was intense. The fact that Devi misses this throw, I thought was literally going to cost them this entire series a chance to get us to game 5. Luckily, they got it back and another power clam in just in time, though. That was pretty scary, guys.
Yeah, I think the nice thing about there, right? They were going to plan to get the power clam in and just throw clams, and they had a lot of clams on them. And when Devi missed that, they knew they couldn't just run into the 2 people from Redson, and they just made a smart play there. Both the players had like around 9 clams, 8 clams. They grabbed some clams themselves and made 2 powers there to take that lead in the end. And, they didn't even need that power play that Devi missed. They just clutched up.
And the just big brain plays coming out inside of West Broadway. Maybe they can take its momentum and come back in the series. Now, what I think Red Sun needs to do, have their foot on their throats. Now you just got to kill them. You have to kill them right here. Do not give them any momentum here at all. And I think the way they do that is by maybe putting Tina back in to go on the flanks and maybe take out Devi when she's not paying attention.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, Devi coming in there for West Broadway definitely seemed to boost the team's momentum, seemed to give them that backline presence that they needed there. You guys talked about it all throughout the match. It was just she was covering areas left and right, both on defense and on the pushes there. So congrats to Devi. West Broadway look a lot better with them, with Devi for game number 4. Let's see if they can pull it off for game number 5. We are going to Wahoo World here. And it looks like they're not bringing in Tina on Red Sun, and West Broadway is bringing in Ninga. So what do you guys think about that?
Ooh, I haven't seen Ninga. I don't know what. I think Ninga is more of a midline player, so maybe I expect to see maybe a 4 as a K Pro or something. So we'll just see what he brings out.
Yeah, I do believe. Who did he go in for, Nin? Who did he go in for?
What map and mode?
No. Who is like Nin subbing in for?
Let's see. Sam and Carly are still there, so that would have been Toxic, I believe.
Right.
Right.
I do believe Ninga is a CDS player, so we might be seeing pretty much a CDS coming out here with that Hydra, and then of course the usual weapons that Sam and Carly were playing. But it's definitely going to be interesting, and just Devi on that Hydra, Resin's got to stop that, because if they let WG get momentum and let Devi keep doing what she's doing, they might have a issue on their hands right here. But if they can shut it out this game and just shut out Devi, then they can take the win, no problem.
Yeah, it's going to be, sure. I feel like a completely different Splat Zone game from the first time now that they have Devi and Ninga coming in. It seemed like Red Sun won that first Splat Zone games with a lot of special usage. Maybe with that, further backline from West Broadway this time around with Devi, more paint control, they can get something done here and take us to a game number 6. We are ready for it. So Splat Zone's Wahoo World. Right now, Red Sun could close out this series with one more win. This is just a best of 7. West Broadway Grillers keeping the miracle run alive with another win here. Let's see if they can pull it off.
All right, we're going to Splat Zone's Wahoo World. This is a map where I talked about where Hydra is really, really strong. So definitely an advantage here for West Broadway Grillers. As I said, we do see that CDS coming out from Ninga. And meanwhile, on the side of Red Sun, we see the same weapons coming out. We see Amir still on that mini, maybe for more paint. But looking at this comp story coming from Red Sun, there is a real lack of aggression. And
just, I don't know how I feel about Red Sun's comp. Like, once again, I talked about it first on Super Villain. They have short range, but here specifically, I don't think it's going to work out here. But I could be wrong. Maybe they can use it to use their advantage. They gotta find a way to take out Devi. They still they might have opportunity to do that and do so, but they are going down as we speak, and with Robert is going to cap zone.
Radio wipe onto the side of Red Sun as WG is going to take control of this game at the beginning. And this short range comp, like, if they got missiles, they got to use it on Devi. Like, Amir right now has got to focus those missiles on Devi and help his team get back in. As they got no specials right now, so you get 3 specials ready. Missiles do come out as Amir looking for people to miss. So he's going to missile 3 people, I believe, in the zone. Their armor does come out as well from Red Sun. But this bomb rush coming out from Carly is actually going to suppress the members of Red Sun back. And Red Sun, with that armor, is not even going to be able to get close to the zone. As I said, though, you get the bubbles in there. Vertigo, you get a try to complain, but Delta went down. And WG is just going to keep this zone. Bombers coming out from the side of Red Sun, but that's not going to do much either. They are really discoordinated right now, using specials at random moments and not coordinating anything at all.
Yeah, it's what I'm talking about. I don't think this comp would be good. It just seems like West Broadway has the way better comp. Squeer, CDS, Hydra, and then a Splash that goes all in. This is going to be a lot of problems for Red Sun, and they just might also get ready for the next game, because we're going to see a game 5, game 6.
Yeah, we're going straight to game 6. WBG already taking the fifth game here, making this set 3-2. And Red Sun right now, what are y'all doing?
Oh man, it's just, man, it was so deadly. It was just overall coordination on the side of West Broadway. Carly getting 6 splats in that short amount of time, just going off.
Guys,
Yeah,
it's
for
happening.
sure.
It's happening. We got the potential. We're 2 games away from a reverse sweep and a best of 7. Obviously, a long ways to go, but West Broadway Grillers and Red Sun have almost flopped within these last 2 games. I mean, all of a sudden, Red Sun looks lost. What is going on? Is it just that team comp picks, or are they getting a little too cocky now, maybe?
I don't know. At that game there, it wasn't only even team comps. They just didn't have any special coordination. We saw Amir pop missiles, but they popped missiles armor. Bombers coming out from WPG pretty much stalls that completely. Vertical and Delta's going for zone. Where is Beam and Amir when Vertigo and Delta going for zone? They ain't focusing on the same things. And as soon as Vertigo and Delta go down, that's when Beam decides to pop Bomb Rush. And, it's a mess. There is no coordination there. You can't pop something when your teammates go down. Your special's going to get outpainted. It's going to get counted. They're going to look at you then and kill you.
Yep.
And
Exactly.
Red Sun right now, honestly, they got to do what I was talking about WBG like back in when they were down 2 games. Red Sun is up a game right now, but even then they got a mental reset. They got to think, all right, we just kind of, forgot everything about basic competitive Splatoon the last 2 games. Let's just fix that. Come back and hit hard. Let's play like we played those 3 games we won. Because that's right now what Red Sun needs to do. Because if they let WG win this next game, they might not be able to come back for Game 7.
Yeah, it's going to be real interesting. Both teams continually swapping out players. This is really interesting. I don't understand this decision quite so much. But for the Red Sun, Tina is coming back in. But for West Broadway Grillers, Toxic is coming back in and Devi is going out. So not sure what strategy this is, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, Devi's won 2 games in a row, and then I don't know, maybe, as you guys said, maybe it's connection issues or something, but yeah, it's seemingly interesting that these teams continually are swapping out players throughout this series.
I mean, Red Sun, we've expected it. We've seen them do it a lot, swapping out Tina and Vertigo made for different map modes is something they might have planned before the set, but with WBG, it really seems like, why would you swap out Devi with these past 2 games? She has been enabling your team so well, and I'll be honest, if WG loses this game, that's karma.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I get that. I'm assuming Toxic's going to come in for this tower control game and play the blaster as Toxic usually does. So I get that piece, but I don't understand, why aren't you subbing out a different player and why are you taking out Devi, who is, as you guys said, really turned the momentum of this series? A little bit of a head scratcher to me.
Yeah, and I feel like Hydra on Piranha Pit TC here would have definitely put a lot of pressure on defense, and especially on offense as well, could be a really good tower rider. But now with Devi out, expecting a no back come from WBG, Admir's going to be celebrating. He's like, wait, I can jet without a Hydra shredding me? Yo, let's go.
Oh, God.
That man is celebrating right now because if WBG can't shut him down, he's just going to inch it all over that top right.
Well, we are ready for game number 6. Let's see if West Broadway Grillers can keep up the magic. Will Red Sun finally close out this series? We are jumping straight into game number 6.
All right, and now TC Piranha Pit, we're looking at both of these comps. On the side of Red Sun, we see that Zekon up from Delta, Tina on the Dodge Navo, Beam on the K shot, usual stuff. Amir on the knot as well. On the side of WBG, we have that C-Jet coming out from Sam, I believe. So they're opting to go with the rain spam over the Hydra. You also no armor, which is a very important thing that you pointed out, Stormy. And what do you think of these comps already? Right now we do see Toxic. Actually, already WG already getting past that first checkpoint. Tina just missiling him in. Is going to get taken out. Punch for that. Right now, WG is just snowballing. They're just proving a point here that they do not need Devi, as though some picks may be coming from West Sun, but even then, just WBG is just snowballing. There's zero coordination on the side of Red Sun right now. They are just going in. They are dying.
Do get 2.
Well, they do get 2 here. Finally, they do stop the push, and right now, Scarlet though gonna get one, gonna get two, and Red Sun right now is just really lost. They seem to be completely uncoordinated here. Instead, though, maybe Teen able to get a pick on the CJ. Let's get a pick on the CJ right now, and finally maybe some breathing room for Red Sun to maybe push back and start playing like they played the last 3 games, because they really got to recollect themselves here, Stormy.
Yeah, they really do, and that could have been worse. That could have ended worse. It is a blessing they were able to get 2 picks out of random, because that could have straight up been a KO. So
yeah,
it's reset here. On the way to push here, they're starting to push. Armor's going to get popped, and then Amber's going to jet, and here it is right now.
Yeah, Amir with this jet here, maybe looking for a shark. Might be able to get the raid there, but isn't going to be able to get just in time. Just Sam staying in that spawn. He's like, nah, I ain't dying with this. And he's going to now pop it onto Red Sun, and this is going to be really hard for them to make sure not to die to it. None of them go down, but that definitely suppressed their push a little bit. Toxic going down in the rapid, though, right now. Just the WTP trying to hold as best they can, but Beam gonna get a pick there onto Carly, and we might be seeing Red Sun getting revenge onto WTP. They going, you for real thought, and they're gonna get the lead here. And Toxic, maybe they'll flip it on that brush, but they're gonna back up, and Red Sun right now just going for as many points as they can. They're putting a statement down on WTP. Delta going down to, I believe Carly there was, and now AJ gonna go down. Last one left is the brush on the side of Red Sun here, who's gonna just do brush things and kind of dilly-dally around. Gonna jump out here, but Red Sun just punching right back at WBG there, Stormy.
Yeah, indeed. And now it's going to be really hard for West Broadway to come back in, because as we caught out earlier, they don't have an armor user on the side of West Broadway, and they kind of need the armor to win these fights, especially against Red Sun. I mean, have you seen Red Sun? You can't tell me you don't need armor to beat them. Let's just be 100% honest here. And it's costing them right now, as they're just going in and finding picks, and West Broadway probably needs to utilize that jet more, maybe utilize this rapid more, maybe take out their armor and stuff. So they just have to push back in. They don't have enough aggression, I feel. like the custom jet and the rapid just don't go well together.
Yeah, I mean, they could go well together for chip damage, but not really abusing that right now. Tosh, with that ball is going to get taken out by Red Sun. And Red Sun, they're playing mad right now. You can tell they're going all out. They were like, okay, we dropped the last 2 games. We gave you some false hope. We about to change everything again, and Admir on that big catch is going to get some nice picks there. And already with the raid, once again coming out from Sam, maybe looking for a pick. You're not going to find any. 3-3 situation, 2v2 situation here. Delta just strafing around on that tower. He is just getting the points. Nearly got the checkpoint there. Wasn't able to clutch down in the end. Admir going to back up, and I believe, actually, Beam going to abuse that. B going to jump in there. Going to get taken out, but definitely put a scare there into WBG, and 2 down now on the side of Red Sun. But Admir going to get a pick.
2 bomb picks. I'm sorry, I'm gonna cut you off. 2 bomb picks. Holy crap! There goes all the West Broadway's momentum, and now they're gonna push back up. He has jet. They're probably gonna let the KO here, and this is gonna be really hard for West Broadway to come back from. They don't have a Ray. They're nowhere near close to Ray, and this is gonna be problematic if Sam goes down here. There he goes.
Sam does go down, although they do get the rest of Admir. Admir is going like, y'all should have chosen that Hydra, because he has free reign all over this map right now. He is putting the work in to take out everyone WBG. Toxic got on this rapid, maybe trying to look find some team. Just gonna drop it, and team not gonna run away because they don't want to deal with that baller there. And final opportunity now for WBG as 3-2 situation with the other 2 coming out from spawn. Beam just gonna get on the tower, kill the one on the tower, and that is it. Red Sun taking your first semifinal set 4-2 against West Broadway Grillers, and it's gonna be your first team going to grand finals.
And this Red Sun just came out, took full advantage of the fact that he didn't have Devi out there. Admir specifically, look at this. Imagine if they had Devi. Imagine Admir's KA being reduced by half. And that's what they needed, sadly. But congratulations to Red Sun. They are going to our Walk the Play Grand Finals.
Yeah, good games to both teams. West Broadway came out with a banger there in game number 6. I thought they could have it. They were on their way to a reverse sweep, but Red Sun shutting it down. pointing that tower the other direction, pushing almost to a KO even at certain points, and Red Sun putting that final stamp down after West Broadway had a footing back into the series. They had the momentum. And I think we're all left with the question, guys. Why, what happened to Devi? Well, I mean, is there any logical reason to sub out Devi unless it was truly internet or connectivity issues?
I'm hoping that no.
Like
I'm trying to be.
I got respect for WBG. Good team. They've been around for a long time. I feel like they've been around longer than I've been a competitive player myself. But that pick to decide to sub out Devi on Piranha Pit TC on a map where Admir needed to be shut down because of just Ancient being that good on that map was not the smart play, because those Rays did not do much for them in the end.
Yeah, it did. I'm a little bit nicer because I'm a West Broadway fanboy, because that's what I do. But I can't argue there. I do question why Devi wasn't playing, because as far as my experience going against West Broadway, what makes them a hard team to beat is Devi herself. Not saying that everyone else on the team isn't good, but Devi just does so much. Like that her presence alone is just a really good factor, and I really felt they should have used her that entire set. If they used her that entire set, the tides would have been turned. And like you said, IPS earlier, you said it was already too late. I mean, it wasn't too late. They just subbed her out, and why?
I don't know. She did say you guys don't understand. LOL. Believe me on this. No more information there, so it's hard to say. I guess. What it was,
Debbie will take. They will take your word, but personally, I do not agree with the decision. Y'all, you should have played more. That's
we'll take Debbie's word. I mean, I trust her. She's a respectable person, but I mean, as a spectator, us, we don't know what's going on with the team. All we see is West Broadway 2 wins with Debbie, 4 losses without Debbie. I mean, the stats are there
Yeah, that's all we see. So obviously no offense to West Broadway. We're just spectators here adding our input. So
yeah.
But either way, right? Other than what West Broadway did those 2 games, they put up a fight at least onto Red Sun. Even the start of that final game there, the beginning was looking heavily favored for West Broadway, but eventually Red Sun was like, hold up, what are we doing? And then they pretty much just went back to what they were doing the first 3 games. And finally, when Admir was able to get set up with armor and his teammates were taking care of everything else, he just jetted and he just went ham onto West Broadway. But in the end, we got a good set out of this.
Yeah, it was a great set. Good games by both teams. And if you remember, this series started off with a 1-point differential on Rainmaker on Starfish main stage. If West Broadway would have won that, the momentum could have changed from the beginning. This series could have been totally different, or we may have seen at least a Game 7 because of that, a 1-point win. Sure. So, it's small things in the series. It's these small decisions. Respect to West Broadway and Devi. They had a game plan. It didn't pay off. And congrats to Red Sun. They are moving on to our finals. We will see them again. We are going to take a couple-minute break, though, because now we have to see who else goes into the finals. It is going to be Xylo taking on Symphony in just a few minutes. We'll see you guys on the other side of the break for more Splatoon 2 playoff action. All right, welcome back everybody to the WTP Analyst Desk. We just had our first playoff series for the Amateur League. Red Sun defeating West Broadway Grillers 4-2. And as we set up for this next matchup between Symphony and Xylo, IPS, if someone missed this great series, give us a short little recap. Why don't you?
Red Sun absolutely dominates for 3 games. Then WBG subs in Devi. WBG absolutely dominates for 2 games. Then WBG subs out Devi and, actually put a fight against Red Sun in Game 6, but Red Sun then comes back and everyone on Red Sun popped off that Game 6 and just went in on the WBG, and set ended with a 4-2 going for Red Sun as they're going into Grand Finals next set.
Yeah. Well, we'll see who gets to go up against them. As you guys said, it is Xylo now taking on Symphony. Xylo, the story for this team as we look at the stats, has been incredibly dominant, 8-0, only dropping even 3 games, smashing their way through the regular season. Symphony, on the other hand, started out 0-4, ran it back to tie for 4th, winning on tiebreakers to make it into playoffs here. Obviously, guys, if you're looking at the stats, if you're looking at the records, Xylo heavy favorites to win this game. I don't think probably anyone's here on the analyst desk is predicting Symphony, but do we give him any chance? Do we give him 1%, 5%, 10%, 20%? How big of an upset would this be, you guys?
This upset would be huge, and the only stat there that Symphony has above Xylo pretty much is the special stat, because Xylo does use a bit less specials because, of course, they do play comps like K-Pro, H-Tier, which are, of course, are going to get their specials less.
You don't need specials if you're just killing everyone off the map.
Exactly, That's the point, and that's the main thing about Xylo. They haven't had to use specials, but maybe they might have to. Maybe if Symphony can do something to force Xylo to use specials, that could give them a chance, but we'll have to see here.
Look, listen, Luke. I love Symphony.
Listen.
Sakura on Symphony knows that I love them. But I'm giving them 5%, bro. There's just no way. I just don't see it. I want them to prove me wrong, though. If they do, I will cry. I will cry on stream. Like, no cap.
Well, we did say during the break, if they win even 2 games, IPS gets to put anything he wants to on Stormy's Twitter. So hopefully they can at least win 2 games.
Privilege. It's going to be great.
So
Symphony, do good. Thank you. I'm going to...
to be fair, in the regular season, this is without Neo. Symphony did win 1 game, almost took us to a game 5. I believe it was a 1-point differential in game number 4.
Yeah, it was.
They could have pushed us to game number 5. So it's possible. Is it predicted that they win now over a 7-game series? No, but I definitely think they could win a couple games. Maybe they get some momentum going. Something crazy happens.
Yeah,
we have seen certain players.
But here's the thing.
Yeah.
They were able to get some games when they didn't have Neo. Now Neo's here. Symphony's got to deal with a whole new demon, right?
Yeah, for sure.
They got to deal with what Xylo already was. Now they got to deal with Neo just being there. New slip there. Don't mind me.
Yeah, be careful. Careful, my guy.
All right, well, we'll move on because it's time for game number 1 anyway. So, Symphony taking on Xylo. Winner dove straight to the finals, going against Red Sun. Let's see who can win in this best of 7 and move on past the semifinals.
All right, it's definitely fan-friendly stream as we go into Rainmaker Starfish main stage. And both teams coming out with their comps. On the side of Xylo, we got that Nozzle coming out from Blue Action course on the famous H3. We see Neo on that Splash course, Dino LK on that Charge. On the side of Symphony, we see the famous, Zap Shot CDS, the usual. We see KO on that CJ probably for that race fan. We see, Neo knows Swampy is there, and he was gonna hunt him down to get that pick. Neo now on the flank, maybe looking for a bit more. KO gonna try maybe use this Ray for some. Not gonna be able to find anything though. And already Symphony's getting hard pushed back.
Indeed, and it's just adding so much pressure to these side of Symphony to what it seems they can't do anything. They're going to try to pair them and get a picture. They are going to be able to do that, and maybe. If there's a time for Symphony to do anything, it's now. You have Xylo 3 down. Take advantage of it while you can, please.
Okay.
Oh, never mind. Blue was in the base getting kills. I spoke too soon.
Yo, it's gonna get 3, and they just let Blue go into.
There's no way.
And just Xylo gonna get a push. Blue gonna get another pick. Gonna find another one. Blue is just going off right now. And
oh my God.
Still down to 18, but Blue getting so many kills there. Taking Neo's spotlight today. He is like, now let me show you that we're good as well. And now Symphony gonna be popping special to push back the rest of Xylo. Dino though gonna get that nice snipe on that Angel with that beautiful angle there. Now 2 down on the side of Symphony, 3 down. This is a massacre, Stormy.
Oh my God, Xylo was just sitting here destroying. Like, I thought that push should have been over. It should have been stopped at 62, but no, Blue said, this push ain't over yet. And right now, it seems like Symphony able to stop the push, but they have to take care of Blue. They got to take care of Action. It's like we talked about so many times in the season. You're just so many weapons on each other for Xylo that has to be dealt with. You deal with one person, you thought it was over? Oh no, you gotta deal with this dude. Oh, you killed that dude? Oh no, it's still not over yet. You still gotta deal with this person. Like, there's so much pressure. And I don't think Symphony can be able to handle it.
Yeah, well, Ryan's not being able to really handle it. They are close to rain. They do get 2 down on the side of Xylo, 3 down on the side of Xylo. Finally, an opportunity does open for them. They will be grabbing that Rainmaker. It's going to start going. As that, nope, he's going to get 1 pick. He's going to maybe find 2 here. Does get 2. Going to get 3. He's maybe looking for the 4th. Going to get.
He got a quad. He got a quad.
He is absolutely obliterating Symphony right now. It is not even a competition at this point. And Dino with this Rainmaker is going to be looking to get in here. Just Ray does come out from KO though. Going to be stopping that push. And just right now, Stormy, Symphony once again in the back foot. They just let Blue 1v4. 1v4.
The inkjet, dude, it was crazy.
Yeah, and now Symphony once again just was 1 down again. Just Xylo has control of mid. They're just, they're going in again. They see these picks. They're taking these picks. That's 3 down. Neo not be able to get the Rainmaker, really unfortunate, but, they're going to send 1 back to get that thing, and Neo's going to pop bomb rush here, and they're going to keep control. They're going right into that spawn. Neo does not care.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Takura does take him out, but just...
Job, Karen.
At this point, Xylo does not care. They're just going in. They have so much confidence. This is more confidence than the last set with Red Sun. Xylo knows they're better. They're going in and getting the picks like they don't care. They do finally get the pick. Blue here does go finally down. It's now 2 down, so we finally Symphony doesn't have another chance.
It's just a mentality. Xylo is aware that they're obviously a better team. Oh, what a nice shot there by Donna, but Xylo is so aware that they're a better team than Symphony. And when you have that mentality, you're not afraid to do crazy things like Blue is doing right now. And it seems like Symphony is kind of nervous. I mean, this was expected for them to get crushed anyway, but it seems that they're kind of nervous. So Symphony needs to get out of this nervous phase and just start playing the game. I have hope in Symphony. They can maybe turn this around. They get the picks, but they just kind of stop getting wiped while doing so.
Yeah, just right now we see just Blue is on 18K and 12K for Neo as well, and it's just only 3 kills coming from Dino, but he's just been getting some nice crucial picks that's helped everything come in together. And Dino gonna go in here, gonna get down to 6, and 3 down again onto the side of Xylo, but that really does not matter as they get it all the way down to 6. And now with 10 seconds left, Zivvy's got to push it all the way down to 5, and as I find a way to pick off every single member of Xylo, definitely more than once.
Yeah, indeed. It's going to be really hard for them to come back out. They have so much macro control on the side of Xylo, and it's like we talked about earlier. They don't need specials to do anything. They're just killing everybody. It doesn't matter. And there goes the ass the game.
Xylo going to take game 1 in this series in the most dominating fashion I think we have seen in the whole season. And we're about to roll up to these KAs here, and Blue 19, Neo 13.
My
and we
gosh.
see Symphony had kills, but you know what? All those kills were assists or defensive kills. They were getting pushed every single second.
Gosh, guys, forget about Neo. Forget about No. I mean, who cares about that? I mean, Blue, what the heck is with this guy? I mean, first of all, he got the push when he was pretty much 3v1ing in the base, and then look at this, he gets the quad inkjet kill. That is incredible.
How are you that accurate with an inkjet? Give me that accuracy. Blue, whatever you're on, I want it. Please.
I mean, that is just not fair. How do you can't play? There's no counterplay to that.
Yeah, you just don't let him do that. He just did it. They just let him do it. And it's the same thing with that push. That push should have been over. But Blue just was like, all right, I trust my teammates to take care of the two people in mid. Let me just spawn camp the two people respawning. And that's what he did. He spawn camped them. He outright spawn camped them. And then, the other two go down behind him. He gets the third one helping out his teammates. They just get a push on to 18. And it's just Symphony, they got to definitely reset after that. And they got to understand, okay, we cannot let them do plays like that. These are the kind of plays that you don't see. You never see these kind of plays usually. You don't usually let someone just stay there and do those. You actually have to stop people from doing that. You can't just run out of spawn into a knot. You can't just let one knot stop a whole push. They gotta recollect themselves and actually just stop Xylo from doing all these crazy plays, because Xylo is insanely strong, but if you're gonna be able to beat them first step, you cannot let them do the plays it just did to you. If you want to at least make them beat you in just actual fashion instead of just going into your spawn and spawn camping.
Yeah, I mean, if anything, that game number 1 maybe has woken up Symphony to the reality of how tough this series is going to be. We are ready for game number 2. Hopefully they can bounce back here a little bit and maybe step up. They had moments, they had small opportunities in game number 1 that obviously got shut down time and time again. But here we go, game number 2. They have a chance in this series still. That was only game number 1. So let's jump into game number 2, Tower Control on Inkblot Art Academy.
All right, that's Tower Control on Inkblot Art Academy. We now see not really much confidence coming out from both sides. We do see Neo now on that K-Pro, maybe looking to say, hey, Blue, let me have some of that fun as well. And on the side of Symphony, we got that leader coming out from KO. No ray actually coming out from Symphony. There is a ray inside of the other side, and Blue now on this knot already, maybe looking for a pick. Although Symphony actually already getting a pick on action, and they're gonna push Blue here, and Ozzy getting a nice pick there. And now Neo and Dino though gonna get the pick on Ozzy, gonna punish it for not moving around too much, and already swapping go for these missiles. And Symphony already getting a good starting push here, Stormy.
Indeed, this is the momentum they need. Is when they do take out Neo, which is also going to be huge. It just seems that Symphony is playing out their minds right now, and this could be deadly for the side of Xylo. They're just playing really, really well right now, and if they can keep this up, they can find themselves winning this series, winning this game maybe. They're doing a lot, but
say that though, Neo does get 1. He's going to get 2 there to stop that push finally, and now Xylo a bit shaken up after that, but. Symphony, they did get the push to 38. They got past 2 checkpoints. The fight is not over. This is Xylo we talking about here. You cannot let them snowball you. You got to play this right here now on defense. And just right now, Xylo maybe trying to get their specials here to win these fights here. They do pop Jet and Armor Blue on this Jet. Maybe looking for a pick. Not going to find any. And Symphony right now is holding mid really well, Stormy.
Yeah, they are. They're playing so good right now. But like you said before, this is Xylo we're talking about. If you're going to beat Xylo, you gotta snap their necks. Literally, you have to break their necks if you want to beat them. And that's a hard task to do. But it seems like Symphony is rising to the occasion as we speak. And this could be detrimental here for Xylo. Symphony is playing out their minds right now, and I'm just in awe at the prowess Symphony is showing right now.
Yo, Trey coming in for Takura here. This actually might be a KO we might be seeing here if...
Oh my god, there's no way.
It's only Dino. We're going to see a KO coming for Symphony. Actually, no. Picks though coming from Blue. Stopping tower just in time, but a push to 4.
This alone alone is an achievement for Symphony. Taking a team like Exile and pushing them down to 4 is insane. And now they can possibly win this game. We have a series. We need to stop winning for Symphony. They said, stop talking about us. Stop underestimating us. We can play this game too. And you know what? They have my respect at this moment.
Yeah, for sure. They got to take out Swampy on this shark. If they don't find it, it's going to be really bad for them. So I'm going to go into here in the mid, maybe to get the pick onto Blue. Going to get the pick on the Blue. Really good pick coming from him. Might be able to find 2. Not going to find 2, though. Going to get the help from Dino to get the pick there. Although Neo going to go down to KO here. And right now, maybe the hyper-aggressiveness from last game, Xylo's trying that again, but they're going to completely shut down this time. And they got to really adapt here because they're not really getting a lot done here right now.
They're really not. And it just seems like that Neo and Blue will have to not be able to get the picks they normally get. Like, they need to wake back up and realize that they got to humble themselves again and realize that this is an actual team we're playing. It's not just a team with the stop on. This is the team that's going to fight to the bitter end. They fought their way back in the playoffs, and they're going to fight their way to win this game and see Red Sun in the finals. They will not let anything stop them. So, I have to see Exile here come through and see they're going to do so right now with this push they start right now.
Wipe so onto Symphony here, and it's a massive opportunity for Blue.
No, don't overextend.
Way too hasty there. And, right now, Symphony's got to play this right. The machine does go down on the side of Symphony right now through the situation. Neo's going to get Neo go. He's going on the side of Symphony. Just Neo putting pressure on his leader, and that is going to be the KO. Xylo, bring it back. Bring it.
Oh, man, they said... Oh my God, man. Gallo said, all right, you had your fun. We let you push the 4, but now it's our turn. We're going to show you how it's really done in KO here. Oh my God, just amazing job there by Xylo to bring it back and not panicking at all and bringing it back. But props to Stephanie. Props to Stephanie.
Heart is broken, guys. I mean, they had it all the way to push to 4. I mean, you'll see this replay. They had the potential to KO. And all of a sudden, it seemed like Symphony maybe just got a little too aggressive, got a little too excited, and Blue and Dino themselves, I think, were able to stop it. Just the 2 of them. That was a little, just minor mistake, guys, because they had the win against Xylo. And it just feels like they threw it just barely away. Heartbreaking loss.
Symphony definitely not going down without a fight, but we saw the first game got absolutely demolished. Second game, they pretty much were owning that game the whole 3/4 of that game. And then as soon as Xylo got their first push, they were like, do you forget who you're playing against? And then they just popped their specials. They got that wipe, and from there was a snowball. Even though they picked off Blue for overextending, Neo just getting the picks on that K-Pro, just ending any opportunity for Symphony to clutch it out and stop that push. And, they got the way to surprise Xylo now. They just got to do it for a whole game and for the rest of this series because they cannot let Xylo get any opportunities or else that is going to happen.
Yeah. And that's the tough thing, I think, for Symphony against Xylo is that they're showing that they can show up. They're showing that they can go toe-to-toe with him. But the thing that makes Xylo so dangerous is just one little slip up, one tiny little mistake, not KOing, not getting the control to make your defense, a couple people going down, and they just snowball the game out of control just so quickly. And that is why Xylo right now sitting up 2-0. We are ready for game number 3 though. Symphony's still in it. They are proving they can win some matches here today. We're moving on. Game number 3, Skipper Pavilion Splat Zones. Let's jump into it.
Right, Skipper Pavilion Splat Zones, as we all know, the spamming map, but Xylo, not a team that likes to do that. Looking at these Tetris. That is an interesting pick from Blue. Never seen this guy on the Tetris, but today he might be showing them off to us. Same weapon coming out from Neo in action. Dino, as per usual for Firefin, though, of course. Now, on the side of Symphony, we're seeing the same usual stuff, but we do see that Xbox weapon is coming out from KO here, and he's going to oversend a tiny bit, and Blue already on these Tetris going to get a pick, and already a 3v2 situation for Xylo here, as they're going to be able to take advantage here and get those picks and keep control, as, already armor at the ready, and Stormy, this already Xylo's getting a lot of control here.
They just have complete map control as we speak. But I just want to say that if Symphony can just play their cards a little bit better, they can actually win this game. They have the better comp. In my opinion, just gotta play a little bit better. But it just seems that they have no answer to stop Blue here on these Tetris. They have no answer to stop Action on his H3. We have no answer to stop Neo on his K-Pro, but as I said, he does go down, and maybe they can take back zone.
Really good splash and jump there coming from Blue, and that's going to help Xylo get a wipe, and this might already be game. Just Xylo taking, not even letting, Symphony have a chance ever again. And it's going to be taking this game 2-1, and already Xylo going to be taking game 3 as they are on match point. This set, just Xylo is just after that near loss on TC Inkblot, they wanted to prove a point. And they wanted to prove we're 8-0. We're the dominant team here. We're the undefeated, and we're going to prove it right here, right now. We just saw there, even though Neo was sharking there and ended up getting spot out by everyone, Blue was able to jump in just in time to get that splashdown jump, and that pretty much threw everything Symphony tried to do out of the water.
Yeah.
And completely shut it down.
It just seems like Blue is smurfing here, guys. Is this a secret, FT Win member that's changed their name or something? Or what is going on? This doesn't seem fair.
Blue has always been cracked. He has, and he's a very scary player to go on this. I can say that from experience. He's deadly. And he's just showing out today against Symphony, just going off. And I really had hope in Symphony could possibly win that game, especially the comp they ran, but Xylo just showed that they are just a better team.
Yeah, I mean, when Blue is sitting on Tetris getting, whatever it was, 6 or 7 kills within the game that was under 2 minutes, I mean, that's just a scary number to have to deal with, and that was what won game 1 as well. So I think game number 4, if Symphony want any chance, they got to get back to that game 2 mentality where they actually shut down Blue pretty well for at least the first 3 minutes of that game and had a good shot at winning it. Mm-hmm. The question is how to do that. How do you stop a guy like that?
I don't know, honestly. At this point, Symphony is really running out of options. They did essentially have the better comp for zones that game, but here's the thing. Their comp was a lot slower than the comp ran by, Xylo, even though they have a charger. The rest of their weapons are they just play fast. And Xylo was like, oh, you guys want to be slow and paint? Then what if we just rushed you? What are you going to do? You have an Explo. Yeah. So they just rushed Symphony so hard. They're not giving them a chance to set up. Like, they not give them a chance to set up, not a chance to paint zone, chance to get special. Nah, none of that. You don't get a chance to do any of that. We fight, right? They just made them fight.
Throw hands. Put your paws up.
And Xylo is just going to win that. Because mechanically, undoubtedly, Xylo is the better team here with mechanics. And Symphony is really struggling to be able to force them to play with specials. And this is really why, Xylo right now is just dominating Symphony this set. As we are going into the, game 4 here, possibly the final game here, and Anchovy Clan Blitz, we see Dino on that charger, V-Charger now, and Blue once again staying on the Tetris. Meanwhile, on the side of Symphony, we do see pretty much the same comp as well as V-Charge coming out for them. So right now, not much going on. Both teams just pretty much painting in. Armor does come out from the side of Symphony, although the splash does go down. Takura getting pressure. He's just going to stay on this street to not really get themselves killed here. And so far, just once again, really, Stormy, Xylo's just getting the picks.
Yeah, I mean, what's the commentate? We should honestly just be quiet for the rest of this set and just let the game speak itself, because they're just going in. They're just camping at this point. And it seems like Symphony doesn't have any answers for them, but they do pick up the Tetris, so maybe they can find an opening here and come back in and possibly come back, but they do kill the Zap. So let's see if Symphony can maybe stop this push.
Yeah, but again, they just keep going down. Swamp trying to rush Dino there, but Neo finally going out front of the basket. So does Blue, but a push to 32 in the first minute. Mid-control. Still on the side of Xylo here, and they're definitely not going to give it up. They don't care they're 2 down. They'll play that 2v4. They're confident enough. Symphony has made them confident enough to play that. And that is what's Blue Symphony is right now. And, you know, Symphony does take mid-control here, and they're going to try to push in. They have 13 times ready. Might be able to get more, but they got to be careful here, because if they get one opportunity to any of Xylo, they'll just pick them off. Instead, though, they do get 2 down inside of Xylo here, although both of them do, especially at the ready.
Yeah, and then it just seems like Symphony is in a position to push, but this is the problem they had last season. You're in a position to push, right? But where are the clowns?
Yeah, for sure. And, you know, right now, Action going to be taking this fight against the Charger, making sure not to drop for those bombs. I'm not going to get, you know, Action not going to get baited out here. He is too smart for that, KO. And Takuri are going to drop on this left side, maybe find the pick on the Tetris here, but these Tetris just moving, just going to dip now, actually going to come back in and pick on Sakura, absolutely juking her out. And Blue is on these Tetris, has just been doing a lot of work for Xylo here, as they're going to be going right back in again, Stormy.
Yeah, it just seems like Blue was using his like little slides really smart, so that way he stays alive and finds picks at the same time. And they're really gonna take out Blue. They want to do anything, and it seems Symphony had a chance for a push, but they just didn't have any clamps to boot with that push. And now they're just stuck in mid, and now they're stuck back in their base. And now Xylo has a chance to maybe end this game if they play their cards right. And so Symphony just needs to get off their back foot, push off, and launch a punch to the face to Xylo.
Yeah, I said though the splash does go down. Armor does come out from the side of Symphony, but Blue gonna be looking to win this fight against Takura, and is gonna win it. Blue right now, you can armor on him, you can 2v1 him, it don't matter. He's just winning these fights, no competition. And Blue right now gonna be looking once again to push in. 2 plans are ready for Xylo. Symphony on this back for Stormy. They're really struggling to suppress any of the members of Xylo.
Oh my God! Look, 11K. He's the only person in this lobby with double digits. Blue is just going off. And he's just going in and winning fights, giving Xylo a chance to push up and get a chance to go in. And now Symphony needs to be careful, because Xylo has control on both sides. And now they're going to look to possibly score here.
Man, Action got pushed by 2, but just his teammates are going to come in and save him, you know, because they're good teammates.
So White,
team playing as well. And White on the side of Symphony, Clams coming in from the rest of Xylo, are pushing it down to 28, but it's...
Look at Dino.
He is starting with those plans. He is just pushed up. He does not care. He's still alive. He's just chilling. He's just shooting around. No one can kill him. And he's going to end up getting a trade there with Swampy. And we may say KO here is him the last plans. And that is game. Xylo taking the set against Symphony 4-0. Sweeping them out of the playoffs. And now our grand final set in stone. Xylo versus Red Sun. The rematch we've all been waiting for.
Man. Just Blue 16 just showing out here on those Tetra dualies. And Symphony, y'all know me, I'm a Symphony fanboy for life. This doesn't change anything. I love them, but it's just plainly obvious Xylo just a better team.
Yeah, I mean, GG's Symphony,
sure.
They had a great run. No one thought that they would be even in the playoffs here. They started off this season 0-4, ran it back 4 wins in a row. Of course, when you do that and you put yourself in 4th seed, that means you are facing up against the best team in Xylo, of course, showing why they are the best team here so far. Of course, though, they do have to get through one more series if they want to win the Amateur League. And that is why in just a few moments we're going to have the hypest matchup, as Stormy said, the matchup that we've all been waiting for, the rematch between Red Sun and Xylo for the Grand Finals Championship, the prize money, and the trophy. We will be back in just a few moments for this amazing set, so make sure not to go anywhere, because it is going to be the hypest match of Splatoon you have ever seen, of course. So we'll see you guys on the other side of the break. Hello, everybody. It is time to go. We have the amateur playoff grand finals here today. Xylo taking on Red Sun. Red Sun earlier in the semifinals defeating West Broadway Grillers 4-2. Xylo smashing their way through Symphony 4-0. And now we have the clash of titans. Xylo versus Red Sun. So predict in the channel points. Root on your favorite team in the chat. Throw out some emotes. We are ready for the finals of Season 3. IPS and Stormy. I'm giving it to you guys. Walk us through this great matchup. Xylo versus Red Sun. Who you got in your predictions to take it all?
Well, before I get on to who I think is going to win, let's remind everyone, right? Last time these two played, the set was determined by a splash wall. A splash wall. Because action, Raymond Schellendorf, Red Sun about to take a lead. Action goes, yeet, throws splash wall, thing deploys, and next thing you know, the Raymond runs right into that thing, and it's done. Game is over. And just Xylo won with a splash wall. And personally, I'm going to take Xylo again.
All right.
Game 9, I'm hoping for a Game 9, Xylo taking it, and to make it even better, they're going to take it with one clutch play once again. One play is going to decide the set once again.
All right, I hope so. And before Stormy goes, I do just have to give an update. The Dino themselves put in 50,000 channel points on Xylo. So it sounds like Xylo's pretty confident they'll win. But in all seriousness, Stormy, what are you predicting here?
Hold on. Just give me a second to bet a little bit of Red Sun. Red Sun, so I can take his channel points real quick. You know, I need that. So let me just go ahead and do that real quick. But anyways, I'm predicting. Devin, yours. No, I'm predicting that. Man, it's hard to choose which team is going to win. I might go with Xylo just barely, and the reason for that is because, like we talked about the last time they played, that Neil wasn't playing. It wasn't there. He wasn't playing. He's here now. I asked two monsters, and Blue has been going insane. His confidence is through the roof as we speak. Basically, we got two strong slayers, action on support, and then you got Dino, a really goated charger. This is going to be really hard for Red Sun to come in and win, but I have hopes. Red Sun is a strong team. They got Admir, you got Beam. You just have to get out of their heads and possibly take this set.
Yeah.
Another thing right here.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, right. These two teams are the most recent low-wing champions. Red Sun winning this month and Xylo winning last month. So, we got the two most recent low-wing champions. You know, finding it out in the grands of WTP. Now, you know, that's kind of a good storyline if you ask me.
It's super hype. And I feel like my mind is conflicted because I think Red Sun put up such a great series against West Broadway. They look like they're clicking on all cylinders. Xylo just slapped around Symphony, and I don't know if that's just because the individual skill levels were outclassing them so much, or is Xylo just that powerful with Blue on those Tetras? Will they be ballsy enough to pull it out again against a better team like Red Sun? I don't know. But we are now ready for game number 1. This is a best of 9. Whatever team wins 5 games will be the amateur finals champions of Season 3. Let's get hyped. Throw out your hype in the chat. Let's get in for game number 1.
All right, here we go. WTP amateur tier finals. Xylo versus Red Sun. And now both teams coming out with their comps in Inkblot zones. We see on the side of Xylo, Neo on that K shot. We got Blue still on those Tetris. Action on the famous H3 and Dino on that Fire Scope. On the side of Red Sun, we got Junior, Flash, Tenebrella, and that Mini. And what do you think of these comps already, Stormy?
I'm thinking these comps can go either way. I will give them advantage a little bit over the Xylo just because they have a little bit more range and they can just take advantage of it. And they got the Charger, which is oh my god. Yeah, the Charger just going to sit in top mid. And it's going to be really hard for Red Sun to come back up. Because Dino's a really good Charger. He can just sit there and 5 picks. And already are just giving Red Sun a massive headache.
Yeah, you know, unfortunately, Blue is going to go down all those Tetris just usually because splashdown. What are you going to do with splash? You never land those. You know, going to get a pick there. Might be able to find two if he's careful. Amir on this mini, going to opt to not take that fight. And Neil right now just on this left side, he's just waiting. He's waiting to find some prey. He's going to go for Delta now. He's going to get that. Amir though going to drop him in behind. Amir now going to go down to Blue. And right now, just it seems like Xylo is just so much more dominant than Red Sun Stormy is. They're just pushing in, they're winning their fights, and they're keeping control right now. They're saying, nah, Red Sun, no more 3-2. We're taking this sweep.
Yeah, for real. And it's what we talked about. Red Sun and Xylo are on different sides of the spectrum. If I'm being completely honest, Red Sun and Xylo have a spectrum of their own. Xylo is obviously a better team compared to Red Sun. They get that cheesy cap there. Wow, that's crazy. But it just seems like Xylo is showing them the difference between the two. They're showing them why they're a better team. They're showing them why they're considered to be a better team. And it seems like Red Sun needs to start making a statement of their own and get back in. But at first, take out Blue and take out Dino, and they can find their way back in.
Game's
B
not
getting a
over.
nice pick there on Dino. They do get to pick on the Neo now, and they might be able to actually get zone here and actually put some pressure back onto Xylo. They're raising now. The two players of Xylo are actually not backing up completely. They're trying to hold their ground. Actually, now finally backing up. Blue gonna stay there. Maybe gonna try Shark. Maybe look for a pick here. Might be able to pick off Beam, who is just there. And
No.
Beam gonna find him out. And just you can't do that kind of play. This player like Beam, he is gonna pick you off. And we might be seeing a lead shift here, Stormy, as Beam with his bombers ready. Vertigo is a little ready with the hammer. Bombers does go out, and this is a bad situation for Xylo now.
Ooh, it's not over.
It's not over yet, indeed, but Xylo has 3 specials on their side, but it can all be countered by the hammer. But as I said, the hammer does go down, so Xylo looks like they're all going to be taking his own way, but the lead does shift, so this could be a problem here for Red Sun, but they have to be careful here. Nice job responding there, but seems like Red Sun are just constantly on their back foot again, with Delta just keep going down here, and it's Blue just coming in and finding picks, and just finding themselves in bad situations.
Yeah, and Lee's going to shift once again. That penalty on Xylo was basically nothing. And now they're struggling to find a way back in here as they do pop some specials here. But again, they're not really able to get back in enough as missiles do come out.
Oh, the shot.
He waited for that shield drop. He was like, oh, there's those shield. And just takes out Vertigo there. And that is a wipe on Red Sun and Xylo. There is no chance for us to come back here. And they are going to be taking the first game of these grand finals.
Wow.
Not looking too hot.
Red Sun. Yeah, exactly. They're looking too hot. Red Sun just constantly being put on their back foot. They had no answers to Blue. They had no answers to Action. They had no answers to Neo.
Gosh.
I don't only got one pick, but Preston alone just did a lot of work.
Just look at those KA numbers. I mean, I think total Red Sun had 10 KA as a team. And that led to one moment of scoring for them. But man, oh man. Yeah, as you said, Stormy, how the heck are they going to be able to stop Neo, Action, and Blue all popping off when you have 3 people that can pop off and then a Dino who's just a solid backliner? I don't know, guys. I don't know. I know it's just game 1, but man, that's not a great sign if the rest of the series is going to go like that.
Yeah, for sure. Like we saw, like pretty much that whole game except that one time where Red Sun took lead. Xylo just, Blue and those just kept putting pressure onto Red Sun, and then Action was winning his fights. Neo was winning his fights. Dino was putting so much pressure from that top mid, and with the no back comp on that map, I feel like Red Sun is not really actually displacing anyone with those missiles, because if you're popping missiles with Mini, then that charger should not be top mid the whole time. And Dino was top mid the whole time until Beam was like, screw this, get out of here, and picked him off. But Beam only did that once. And other than that, Dino was the whole time just sitting up there at that game, sitting down on like a chair, just chilling. Yeah. He saw the one guy who was like, pew, pew. He was just chilling there. And was basically enabling the rest of Xylo to go up and push up and, get the picks they needed to win that game. Meanwhile, Red was just struggling to really get anything done or put any sort of pressure, especially on the plat of Xylo.
Yeah, it's totally true. It's just game 1, though, and what does give me hope is that this second game is a Rainmaker game. Red Sun has seemingly done better on this mode than a lot of teams, and they're bringing in Tina, which we've talked about before, that Xylo has struggled in the past with brushes, and Tina could be that X factor maybe for game 2 that they can get back in this game.
Yeah, for sure. Maybe that's what they need. They need a brush to sneak around and get those cheeky picks on, like, people such as Blue and Action and Neo. And, one thing about Octo Brush, I'll tell you that right now. A lot of Slayers, they go take a fight against an Octopus, think they're going to win, and then they find out that thing is so jank. Sometimes it can have so much more range than it seems. And it's just, it could definitely catch someone like Blue off guard in those Tetris, that's for sure, because, he can use all his 4 rolls and think he's, far enough away from an Octobrush, and then Tina just pops out and picks him off. So definitely something that they're going to have to take advantage of.
Yeah, well, let's see what comps they choose. They are loaded up and ready to go for game number 2. Xylo taking that first one. This series is a best of 9, so they still got a long ways to go. Let's see who's going to grab game number 2.
All right, Rainmaker Snapper Canal. This is a map where pop action does not matter, and both teams are going to be getting controls of those hills to make pushes and just in general control the map. As we do see Tina going that Octobrush Navo here for those missiles being on the side of.
Oh. Sorry about that, everyone. Looks like we got a little Discord crash. I will take over for 1 second. Let me see if I can get back in. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, we had a little crash. You guys are good to go. We're still in it.
Yeah, we can't see the stream. We can't see the stream.
All right. Well, you can just predict. Just predict what's happening. You guys got this.
All right.
Hi.
Okay. Right. We're getting back in this game. So far, no team has pushed anything at all. It seems like Neo on this Red Sun on the right home is actually getting a pit pushed back by the members of Red Sun. And now with these missiles at the ready, he's going to be taking missiles there. 2 down on the side of Red Sun. Now the opportunity for Red Sun. They can push their own. They're about to reset in mid, but they might be able to grab it just in time to make a push. And Rainmaker actually going to reset instead. Still 2 down on the side of Red Sun. And, this is the prime opportunity for Xylo to push. Instead, though, is going to go down there. And, Blue on this 52 down. It's going to get 1, but not be able to find 2. And down, trying to set up on this left side. He's going to get rushed by this Octobrush, but he's just going to go. And he's going to get it down to 39. And so far, Stormy, with some technical issues, we've gone back into this game, and we've seen that Xylo already pushed down to 39 and has pretty much control of all the map.
Yeah, it is indeed. It's just, I think one thing of note is that Xylo needs to realize that this isn't Symphony you're going against. You're going against a team that can pick you off if you overextend. And it seems like Red Sun is doing a good job at that. But at the same time, they're just getting pushed back too. They're making the same mistake that Symphony did. There's no aggression. They have to be aggressive and find a way to take out these people, or else they're going to find themselves sitting in a coffin of not winning walk the plank.
Yeah, and we saw their team trying to go for a flank, but Xylo was like, nope. Turned around right off and killed her. And now in a 3 situation, Tina coming back from spawn. Rainmaker grab coming from Red Sun, which might be a bit risky here if they cannot get out of mid, which they won't be able to. Tina going down once again on that brush. Delta trying to run off to that left side, but Neo, they're going to be like, nope. Back to spawn. And now, with 3 down on the side of Red Sun here, Xylo's going to be able to get another push going here. And they see that zap on the side of Red Sun. They're going to make him go back, as he's not going to be able to take a 1v3 on his own. Brush, so coming with the flank is what we're talking about. The Brush Stormy coming in with those flanks, a sneaky place, getting the pick on the Rainmaker and stalling out this push.
Yeah, indeed. And I also agree with what Red Sun did. They took the Rainmaker all the way down over to the left side while they were down 2 players. Stall out and get a player more time to set up for the defensive position. But they just can't do that the whole game. They have to find a way to get in. Adamir just seems to be unable. Adamir has not been able to do anything useful this entire set so far. And just seems like he's out taking advantage of it. If they push up now, they're in deep trouble.
Yeah, once again, Xylo is going to be actually not really pushing too much with this Rainmaker. They're actually going to be waiting for Admir to overextend, and actually going to tell him, get away from my charger. And Tina, once again, going down on that brush, and it really just seems like Xylo is holding their right hill, not really worrying too much about mid. As I said, that might be bad for them. Being though, getting on the flank, going to get that one pick on Neil. It's
that's crucial.
That mid, but that rate from Dino might be able to clutch it, but the rate...
It's not enough.
We might be seeing a lead shift here coming in from Red Sun as they do get the picks onto Xylo.
The Rainmaker!
Someone's got to
Get up! Pick up the Rainmaker!
Oh my gosh!
And the one and no one picking up the Rainmaker there might have just ruined the push for Red Sun here as Xylo's be able to contest this pop now. Neo dropping down to B. B might be able to fight, but Xylo's to win that. He's gonna get the jump as well. And
What are they doing?
Oh, Red Sun, come on! You had the lead right there, and is there nobody over there to defend? You just seem like they're running over there, and oh my God, I can't speak anymore. But you see Xylo here on his left side, and Red Sun needs another chance. I can't speak anymore. Red Sun needs another chance. They got 2 down. They need another chance. Let's see what they can do here.
yeah, Red Sun now looking to make another push again. Maybe Xylo gonna be a bit more careful this time. They do have 30 seconds left. They gotta defend. Agent coming out from Admir. Go shut down right away. No chance at all. And Dino gonna get down to get over this left side. Booyah coming out from Blue. Gonna push that Rainbow right away back. The paint coming in for the Rain now coming out as well. Might be taking out this Rainmaker armor as well coming out for Xylo. Rainmaker so weak is gonna go down. Admir going down as well. Seems like Xylo is just going for the cleanup now. Tina, last one left. There's an only brush on her own. She won't be able to do much here popping missiles, but just Xylo's watching her like a hawk, like, nah, you ain't making no cheese plays. And Red Sun gonna lose this game, and Xylo gonna take this up 2-0.
How?
And Red Sun, why are you forgetting the Rainmaker?
Stormy, how? How did they?
I don't know.
Why?
I was just sitting there like, oh, they're gonna get lead, and then I'm just like, the Rainmaker? Question mark? The Rainmaker? The Rainmaker? Oh my God!
My hair. Like, oh my gosh, that's so frustrating.
There's 3 down. The Rainmaker. Like, honestly, it doesn't matter who grabs it. Anybody can pick it up and run it for the lead. If you die, cool. You got the teammates right there. Pop it again. Boom. You get lead. I don't criticize teams, but Lord, Red Sun, I know you're better than this. I love you guys. You guys are better than this. Please.
I mean, yeah, it's one of those, I think, intense moments, and you're in the finals. There's lots of pressure. It's hard to communicate and have good team comms, I think, and to remain calm when you're in the grand finals and you have a chance to get a game off of Xylo right there and make it 1-1. And they just fumble, they crumble, and I just feel like that's one of those series-defining moments that really could, take any chance that Red Sun had momentum to get that and to get a footing in the series. Now down 2-0. Man, this is going to be so hard for them, I feel like.
Yeah, they got to get through a mental block now because they just lost the game because of one of the most simplest mistakes in the book, just forgetting objective. They're down 2-0 here now. They can't just think this set is over. You're down 2 games in a best of 5. Xylo's going to win 3 more, right?
Yeah,
best of 9.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good at math, don't worry.
Yeah, they only need 5 wins. That's what you meant.
Yeah. Don't worry about it. I know what I'm talking about. But, Xylo got to win 3 games. Red Sun still can bring this back, but they got to understand, all right, let's calm down. We can win 1v1 against Xylo. We can beat Xylo in team fights. We can contest against them. Let's just not panic and forget objective. That's it, right? Yeah. They gotta play their game right now because they don't want to just panic and try to play Xylo's game or play a completely different game. They just gotta play the same game they've been playing because they can win this with the game they play.
Yeah,
but they gotta remember objective.
And I do think, to credit Xylo, they played that game really well as well. They were getting lots of kills, lots of pop-offs, and I think it's just showing the balance, the yin and yang of these two teams. You got Xylo, who's just all about getting the kills, put pressure down on the team. Red Sun trying to play a little bit more team, a little more flank with Tina, and focus more on the objective. They just forgot the objective, and so it's going to be really interesting. I love this series so far, even though it's 2-0. We are ready for game number 3. We have Clan Blitz, New Albacore Hotel. Red Sun needing a win here. They don't want to go down 3-0. Let's see if they can do this and make this series just a little bit closer.
Yeah, now going to Clan Blitz Albacore is definitely a map where those Splatlings do a lot of work, as we do see Blue switching over to that Nautilus and Admir going for the V-Naut as well. Probably for that baller, and now we see double arm actually coming out from Red Sun. and as well as that V-Tent. Meanwhile, on the side of Xylo, we just see the Coursing Armor Pro. Blue already on this knock, going to find one there. Onto the Junior and that tent, and the two people on the left side, they're just kind of sticking there. Admir and Blue looking at each other like, all right, you want to fight? You want to go, bro? And, we got Dino now on this left side. He's going to take control of this area. If no one's going to put pressure, maybe he's going to stay there, post up, try to get a pick or two. Armor is popped, though, so he is going to opt to back out. And Stormy, right now, just no team has really made any big plays. Only one kill has happened. As I said, though, one goes to go down.
Yeah, for sure. And it just seems that it's a stalemate right now, and maybe Red Sun's looking here to make a push. Maybe they get set up right, but they gotta be careful because Blue is sitting up there ready to stall out. Maybe just sitting there sharking, ready to find some picks. It seems like Red Sun's been a little bit too careful as they stall out, and now here comes Zella come back in and probably find some picks.
Yeah, this Ancient coming from Blue now is going to pretty much push everyone from Red Sun back. As this was popped from a pretty safe spot, he's going to be fine when he comes back. Although now Red Sun trying to take an option to push left, and this might get them in if they can use their specials here, but they gotta be careful. Bubbles coming out from Delta. Vertigo, my bad. And that bomb! Clutch bomb coming from Silo, bumping Delta right into the wall.
Oh, wow.
And now missing the clam there. There is still someone on that far left. Blue here gonna be like jump. He's gonna take that right like a snack. And now he's gonna be moving in onto the last player there on that left side for Xylo, or maybe moving on these two players here on the other side. But right now, just Red Sun's really disconnected as they're going to be jumping back to their teammates. And they got to really find a way to actually stop Xylo right now, because they cannot let Xylo get clutch plays like that all the time, or else they will not be able to win this set.
Yeah, for sure. And it's just, there goes Xylo going in the score. And Red Sun needs to be careful here and go to the fifth, not drop down and get killed like Vertical just did there. Just giving a bunch of kills, giving a bunch of space for Red Sun in a bad spot here. And now Xylo here taking advantage of it and possibly KO here. And it's not good for Red Sun. And they're still finding picks. They're still finding picks. This is crazy. And Xylo just doing what they do best, find picks, do objective well, play this game very well. And the Red Sun is put in a tight spot. And they'll see come from the top right. And what they're doing is this push is still going. And they just need someone to just stop this push. And it just seems like Red Sun, they keep going down. Admir keeps going down. Their MVP player's not doing anything. The tank goes down again. This could be a KO if they're not careful. 2 down on the side of Red Sun. 5 clams coming in on the side of Xylo. And this could be a KO if they're not careful. There's nobody going to do it. Down finds another pick. This is crazy. They need one more clam. Is it over? There's 3 down on the side of Red Sun.
No clams around.
That's it.
For
That's
no
it.
action.
No, that's it.
Final clam, and he gets it.
Gosh.
Xylo. One push, knockout instantly. That is it. And just an amazing push there by Xylo. We see down on the left side, left street taking all the control. We see people going in and out to get clams and come back into pushing. Them winning their fights. Just Red Sun not able to do anything against Blue. Blue just doing whatever he wants. He is just strangling them all right now.
They're just camping out inside their base. I mean, look at this replay of this. I mean, I think they were there starting at minute 3 and finally finished the game after around the 2-minute mark even. It's just insane. They never left their base after opening the score up. Man, Xylo, they just don't die. They don't go down. What? It's like they have superpowers. It's like they have armor without even having armor. I don't understand.
It's crazy. They're sitting out the roasting marshmallows in their base like, hey, what's up? You want to join us or what? Oh, never mind. If you join us, you're going to die. And that's pretty much what happened there. And it's so insane to see a team at this level. It really is, especially here at the amateur level. If they don't get Div3 or higher this Ludi season, I'm going to throw something.
You're going to throw something?
Yeah, but for real though, it really shows here that this is why Xylo went 8-0. This is why Xylo would just dominated the last day against Symphony. It's just they with Neo, with this roster, just Neo, Blue, Action, and Dino as well, just putting so much pressure on that Charger. They do not go down, because any fight, anyone when you take against a Xylo member as Red Sun, you lose. Because I'm saying this right here, right now. The players on Xylo, Blue, Neo, Action, Dino, all of them, like Xylo is the best mechanical team in amateur, and that is straight up fact. And
it is.
And Redson has learned this the hard way because they cannot take 1v1s against them. They are losing these 1v1s. They are losing these 1v2s at times. They're letting them win any fight. And right now, Redson's got to notice that. They got to go back to what they were doing. Play as a team. Because if they do not play as a team against Xylo, there is no hope here. Now, down 3 games, if they let Xylo take this next game, hope might be just lost for them.
They got to get it going right now. And they are bringing back in Tina. We saw Tina in game 2. I feel a little half and half on it because Tina did get good picks, but she also got killed quite a bit in that game. Xylo seemed a little more aware of their flanks than in previous games that we've seen when Xylo's had to face off against a brush. But this is game 4. Red Sun again backs up against the wall already. They need to get a footing in this series right now if they want any chance. Best of 9. They only can lose 2 more games. Let's see if they can get something going here in game number 4.
Yeah, no, we do see not really any counters come from either side. You know, like, does Xylo really need a switch? They're just chilling right now, you know, with the way these games have been going on TC and Show. Redson really got to find the footing themselves. As Dino Ray taking this position on the right, going to already get a pick down onto Beam. Neo going to drop in here looking for the pick on Tina, and, you know, Blue is going to say, oh, hey, you're in my range, I'm going to get that pick right there. And already, Stormy, Xylo getting 2 picks, and already are just pushing, not giving Redson any chance to breathe.
I mean, that's what they're supposed to do. They are 3-0 in the series. They have momentum, and they won the other games pretty convincingly. They are putting their foot on the water. Holy crap.
Tina she's not completely there. They were like, oh, yo, I'm going to go flank. And Blue was like, nah. Just done. And
lasers. And they're just putting their foot on the throats of Red Sun, threatening to snap the life they have left of this series. But now Red Sun see that opportunity. They need to reverse it right now. If they lose this game here, that's it. They done lost. I'm just going to put it to you that way right now.
Yeah, you know, right now, Zap again, going to go down inside of Red Sun. Just Xylo putting out such a dominant performance. You know, this is completely different from what we saw with Xylo and Red Sun back in regular season. You know, Xylo's going all out now, but as I say that though, finally, Red's getting a chance to push here. After on this inkjet, maybe getting a couple picks to enable Red Sun, but, you know, they're going to need to get past this check. They're going to need to get down to like 45, and they're going to need to stop Xylo when they come back in. Already, you know, we see just the members of Xylo being patient. They're throwing their bombs. They're using their specials here, and we do see missiles coming out from Red Sun. We might actually shift here as armor does come out for the side of Xylo. Great from both sides now. But H-Jet though. Blue and Neo just stopping the push like, oh, you just got the 46. Well, how about we put that back to 47 1 sec real quick. And trade coming out between, I believe, Neo and Admir there, and just Xylo just playing patient. And at the right moments just stops the push just like that. See, though, on this hard flank with this Octopus, you're going to place a beacon on this right side. This might help Red Sun make some cheeky plays. As the beacons get destroyed, you know, Neo's like, nah, get that out of there. Nope, not happening. And Dino now on this charger, maybe they can look to make some happen. And, you know, right now just Stormy, the members of Red Sun are just going down. Xylo's just murdering them. Oh, I do really strong for me. It's gone. So, Luke, if you would like to join me on this commentary,
yeah,
you can take it from here
Tina was just sitting back there in their base for about a whole minute, but the problem with a flank like that, you're not getting anything out of it, then it puts your team in a 3v4, and you can see now that it's just spelling disaster for Red Sun.
Yeah, right now, Dino gonna get this checkpoint here. Admir and just Delta struggling to stay alive right now. That's their first priority. And, you know, armor does come out for Red Sun, though. They might be able to maybe stop this pusher. Tina drops on the tower. Tina is shut down. Tina is shut out on the tower. Booyah Bomb coming out from Xylo. Maybe stop this, but no. Just Beam, last one left on the side of Red Sun here. He's going to have to get these picks. He does get one.
right, here we go.
Tina helps him get two, and finally, Red Sun able to stop that push from Xylo. Luke, this
I
whole
mean, look
set,
at the map
Xylo
paint,
winning
though. They
fights
got to
look
get something
impossible.
going. They are so far away with only a minute left. This feels almost impossible. And this is game number 4. They're already down 3-0. They have to win this.
And they do. And, you know, right now, honestly, they're not even really pushing in. They wait for the army here. They started going here with the missiles as well, but they don't get anything with this. Tina goes down. Tina gonna go down. Beam gonna have to get pushed back by the instant Neo. And, you know, Blue gonna pick on that Emir.
No.
You know, Blue's out here like, oh, you're a knock main? What if I said I'm the better knock main? Action gets as well. And, you know, Xylo is just beating down on Red Sun. This is genocide.
It really is. And one thing I want to point out is just that two main players on Red Sun that do most of the work are just getting destroyed. Like right here, Admiral can't do anything. Tina can't do anything. B can't do anything. And they just they also doesn't support. He can't do everything. He can't do anything at all. Really, when the team is dead.
Run!
Oh my God! Doing figure eights, doing the whole coffin dance before she died.
Finally going down.
This is crazy, and he's all gonna win this game too.
Xylo gonna be taking this set up to 4-0. They're on that point to win the grand finals. And I am saying this right now. Xylo destroyed Symphony. Xylo is treating Red Sun just like Symphony. Red Sun is just a ragdoll for Xylo right now. Look at those KAs. Look at them.
My goodness.
This is a massacre. You see Blue going into fights he should not win. He still wins them. He is confident. He is just playing his game.
We thought this was going to be a close series too. I mean, IPS, you said this stream was PG, but after seeing this is murder. This is genocide, as you said. This is ugly. This is not PG. I mean, oh my gosh. Xylo is just disgusting.
Oh no.
You know,
just all over them, just bathing in their blood. And I know that's extra, but Lord, what do you call this at this point? I wouldn't even call this a tournament. I wouldn't even call this a finals. This is just a massacre. This is a beatdown.
Stormy, bro, this is looking like my pickups in Ink Cup against Persistence.
Shut up.
I'm sorry, but that's the truth. And you know, no offense to Red Sun. They're trying, all right? Great team. They've played this regular season really well. They've played the match against WTP really well. But right now, Xylo is just in a whole nother level. I'm feeling like Xylo trying to send a message to me saying, you should have put us in pro. And I'm like, damn, all right. You're just going to destroy every single team in amateur like this. God damn.
I mean, if they have this squad going up, maybe they're not going to face a whole lot of Rage or Jackpot, but I think they could take possibly Micklin or Squirting good on at this point, the way they're playing.
Stargaze as well.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Xylo playing at another level right now, just winning every engagement, winning every team fight, winning every 1v1, just outsmarting the players on the side of, at one point when you saw Tina try to go for that big brain flank, but Neo was like, oh, you're setting up beacons? I'm not even going to engage you. I'm just going to throw a splat bomb to your beacon. What are you going to do now? What are you going to do? An Oxygen without their beacons is nothing.
Yeah, well, we still have a series going, guys. This would be the miracle of all miracles. It's the best of 9 Xylo. Just one more win will close out the grand finals. Red Sun, can they get a win here? They almost got a game win in game number 2. They fumbled on the objective. Every other game has been pretty dang rough, though. It's looking pretty grim here. I'm starting to lose hope here, but you know what? Red Sun, they're still in it. It is not over till it's over. So we're going to jump into game number 5. If you want Red Sun to win, you got to give them some energy or something in the chat. They need a boost because this is looking ugly. Let's jump in game number 5. Maybe they can make something happen again here on Rainmaker.
All right, here we go. Match point for grand finals. Xylo up 4 against Red Sun. We are going to, I believe, Rainmaker on Sturgeon Shipyard. And we got, of course, same comp coming out of Xylo. Blue going that T-Tech now, going to have a little bit of fun, I'm assuming. And meanwhile, on the side of Red Sun, they're going to take up. Zap's already down.
Goes B.
And already just that rush, maybe going for the flank on the underbelly. Amir
There goes Amir.
Off here by Blue. Blue gonna rush in here, maybe look for the pick on Delta. Delta trying to run away. Oh, jump!
Oh, there goes Tina again.
Tina though actually
Never mind.
getting a really nice pick there, but already out of position. And whoever has that range on that top left right now just trying to survive Beam. Beam gonna get pressured out really hard though, but is gonna stay alive. And Red Sun holding their own right now, even though they got really hard picked off at the beginning of this game now, Stormy.
Yeah, for sure. And it's like Red Sun needs to take a shift of momentum as they do pop the armor in. So we're going to see what's going to happen here. But you have to find a way to slow things out. It's just one thing that separates lower level team and top level team. And I said it many times before is the speed at which they play. And Xylo plays way too fast for any of these other teams in amateur league. They just do.
Dino has just not gotten enough credit this series, guys, or all season long. Dino is just hitting shot after shot here today.
Honestly, for real, he's not been getting the amazing cadence the rest of the team is getting, but Dino, they're seeing Dino's charger like, oh no, and they just dip. And then they end up going into guess who? The rest of Xylo, and then what are they gonna do then? Run away? Nope, because they're predators. Right now, Xylo are the predators, and Red Sun is the prey. They're getting hunted down and killed. And we
Indeed,
go on.
Let's go. Indeed, and it's just that their fighting situation, Red Sun.
We'll cut out there again, but
we do see just right now Xylo putting 3 down onto the side of Red Sun. Tina though with a nice little start, able to stall us out a little bit more. Red Sun needs to take advantage of this and get into defensive positions. Neo just kind of following around with this Rainmaker, trying to stay alive. But again, Red Sun is just going down again. They're not staying alive. And if Neo gets his jump, this is going to be huge. And he gets it, bringing it down to 35. It's going to make Red Sun's life even harder now in this game. And Stormy right now, Xylo's just been... At this point, Xylo's just winning fights to win this.
Yeah, for sure. And I was going to say this earlier, but this course amazing. But it just seems nothing against Xylo is going to work. You try to shark, they'll sniff you out. They can smell you a mile away. They smell fear. They smell your fear when you're just sitting there sharking. They just find you. And while you're sitting there scared, they will sniff you out, kill you. But it's an advantage. You got action here. A really good support player just sitting there ready to go. And as of right now, Red Sun is in best situation, and they do find a pick on their support, and it's going to be an issue.
And we do see now it is going to be ready. Like, we see Glory on 12 KA, and, Dino Elevator on this Rainmaker is just going to be trying to stay alive. Did find a pick there, but is finally going to go down, and Red Sun may be going to be able to, suppress Xylo a little bit, and, okay, pick on Neo. That's a good start there. And finally, Red Sun getting back into mid, and... so far is Tina gonna unfortunately go down there. Blue gonna get onto this spinner here action in mid. A support would usually back up in this situation, but now he knows he can win these fights. He's going in to put pressure, and he goes in, bursts him up right there, and just with this H3 is getting the picks. Oh, he turns around. Not able to get the pick there on B, but B gonna be stuck there because of that, and it's gonna get taken out by Blue. And
he puts the 87.
Here we go.
Xylo?
Here we go. Here's a good chance.
Xylo?
The win for Red Sun!
Xylo! What is happening?
They're getting defeated! No. Oh my goodness, Red Sun! No way!
No!
What just happened?
What the heck?
Alright,
let's run that one back.
Yeah, so that's gonna be a replay.
No, they can't run that one back. They already pushed past 50. Stormy. Don't make me put you in the trash can if you don't show up for a second. Alright. In this situation, this ain't just one team had one DC or one team had two DCs, and was first match point. A whole team DC'd. What was Xylo supposed to do there? That is completely unfair.
That's the one way you can win.
And both people.
The rules are the rules, though.
I mean, I believe if, there's a big room DC with like 6 people or so, the match is just replayed. It doesn't go to one team. Unless we
It wasn't a host DC.
I mean, it was
DC.
again, like I said, it was not saying it's a host DC. It's like a mass DC. We can check the rules again real quick here. One sec. Let me do this real quick. Let me get on the WTP website.
I guess it technically wasn't a host DC.
Yeah, but it is a mass DC.
Yeah, DC rules. But there's nothing in place for mass DC. The wrestling gets that win. I'm sorry, they do. Wrestling gets that win.
I mean,
as bad as it
I don't
is.
agree with. I mean, I personally don't agree with that. But one sec. Where's the?
No, it's the rules for this tournament. Not even in other tournaments. There's not a rule for a mass DC. The wrestler gets this win.
It's just not supposed to happen.
It's usually replays. That's what I remember. Like for most of our tournaments, they go.
No, but it was only 50 seconds left. So
I mean,
wrestler gets this win. The rule is I memorized the rule. I'm a good staff member.
That's true. That's true. I mean,
wait, yo, send me the rule sheet. Send me the rule sheet.
I don't think we have a mass DC rule. So I'll reach out to Red Sun and see if they actually want a free win.
They get the win. Like there's nothing to talk about though. But we can ask them. I'm just saying they get the win though because any time past 2:30 as a DC, you have to play it out. Any push, I think like past like 35 or 30, but it wasn't past 30. But it was past the time already. So that win.
Let me see. I'm trying to find what these rules are. We should have the rules in an actual channel, huh?
We'll see. I mean, the technically yes, we didn't plan on a giant Exodus 6-person, let me see this. Mass DC. Thanks Nintendo. So we'll see. Red Sun can decide if they want to take the win. It is technically yes, but a little bit unfortunate.
My Discord just kind of had a bit of a seizure there. Don't worry about that.
So, well, apparently we did not think through a mass exodus 6-person DC rule, which why the heck did 6 people DC and 2 people were left on Red Sun? I have zero clue. That makes 0 sense.
Well, right. Okay. So we're TOs here. I'm thinking right now, right? In my opinion, should be a replay because it's a mass DC. It's not a case of one person DCing on one side. If it was silo DCing with like 1 or 2 people, and there was no DCs on the side of Red Sun either, then right, fine enough. Red Sun takes the game. But there's just a mass DC of 6 people. If that seems like a splat and net code issue, not just Xylo having bad net, because people on Red Sun also DC. That's my personal opinion.
Yeah, but I know one person on Red Sun DC and it's personal preference, but the rules have been set. It's what it is.
Okay.
Even if it is a personal net code, the other 2 people didn't DC.
Chill.
Just didn't DC, dude. Like
Stormy. Send me the Splatoon rule sheet for WTP.
I have the DC rules here. I mean, there's no mass exodus DC rule.
Right. Right, okay. How about this? Right, okay. Me and Luke are disagreeing. Me and Storm are disagreeing. Luke, you decide.
So, all right. There technically is no rule against it, which is unfortunate. So, I'm gonna say let's just move on to Game 6 and. Delta sounds like they want to not replay it, which I guess it's up to them. A little unfortunate there, but I guess it is on us. I mean, as TOs, we should have had a rule on there. I guess we weren't predicting a.
No, I don't think any tournament prepares for this crap. Let's just be straight up honest here. But
yeah,
just being honest, like, see, the rules you read right there says if an opponent DC is on one side, right, it's past 2:30, they got to keep playing, right? But everyone on the other side DC, obviously, that's not their fault. I'm sorry. But 2 players in Red Sun didn't DC. So it's not their fault. I don't know how that happened, if it happened. But based off what we can conclude from that first rule, right, Red Sun gets that win. And that's just how it is.
You know, if both you want to give to Red Sun, you can give it to Red Sun.
Yeah.
I'm going to say something kind of T-like here, but Zalo's going to win the next game anyway, so it's essentially
okay, well, we'll see. They'll have to prove it.
Let's move on.
It is unfortunate, and yes, we will definitely, as TOs, every time we do something, we learn, and we will put a mass exodus DC rule in there for sure next time, because clearly it is unfair, but it's also unfair to change rules mid-tournament. So if it does happen again, I'm just going to say now we will replay. So we will stick in the rule right now. So moving forward, if it somehow happens again today, I don't know if there's a Splatnet code issue, if that happens again, whatever, that we will replay it from now on. So Red Sun, yeah, they can get the free win since they really want it. We'll move on to Game 6. A little unfortunate that happened. Thank you, Nintendo, for spoiling the finals there. But hey, I mean, Xylo's still up 4-1. It's not like they're sweating it too much. Red Sun still would have to win 4 games in a row. So we'll see. We are ready for game number 6. Xylo probably a little bit upset after that one. Probably a little more fire under their bellies. Hopefully it doesn't throw off their mental too much. But let's jump into game number 6 and see what happens.
So after that whole escapade we just
debacle
had, we're going to be going into the next game here on Black Belly Zones, and no real competition coming from my side except Dino now going this. Okay, for a second Blue wasn't moving there. I was a bit worried, but Dino now going on this CJ and already going to be popping that right out. On the side of Red Sun, we see this, pretty standard comp running pretty much the whole time, and Junior already down on the side of Red Sun as, Stormy, Xylo's gonna take opportunity here and just push up.
Indeed they are, and then we just see Blue Shark on this side, and the Junior goes down again. They're going down 2 times in under 30 seconds. This is not a good sign here for Red Sun. They got this lucky win up with Xylo. That was a gift from a blessing. They got to take advantage of it. They're not doing that.
Yeah, already just hammer being thrown at Blue, but Blue is just surviving and might be able to get the pick on Teamy here as they finally use missiles to actually move Xylo off the top mid. Actually gonna go down on that Junior there, and now maybe Zone Cap might switch over to the side of Red Sun, and it does with 2 down on the side of Xylo. And now, control to the side of Red Sun. This is action opportunity for them to actually make something happen here, but one of them does go down, and Blue on this now is going to go right back in. Storm is going to push this top mid, but Amir on this mini, they're able to make a play, but is going to get taken out there.
It's not a Nautilus. You can't hold charge like a Nautilus can with the mini, and their disadvantage on this map. It just seems like Nautilus just pretty much better on this map, but it seems like Red Sun is actually playing out their minds right now, getting 2 down, and they might be able to take this game to keep playing the way they are. I'm stupid. That's Xylo.
Yeah.
Let me stop.
But throw this hammer at that top, and not really get much out of it though. Now stuck in this situation here, might get taken out as everyone is focused her, but she is moving right now to dodge all these bullets and this ancient shots. And it's going to help her team recap the zone here. Dino going back into Ray once again on that C-Jet. Now maybe going to be looking for a pick. Does help his teammates get a pick on the Junior. Maybe with someone weak on that top mid beating the mini. But, Zao not pushing that back in completely here. Definitely playing a bit more of a slower game, Stormy.
Yeah, and it's obvious that DC probably maybe guys just got to come out and maybe shake it off now and win this game and end the series. They're just still up 4-1, so they're still in favor to win the series. But we see Adam in here on his pick. He's up there. It just seems Xylo push in. He needs to push in the grace like they've been doing. He needs to go back in and do no prisoners. It just seems that they're giving Red Sun a little bit too much breathing room, which is why they're going to probably lose that right here.
Yeah, misses do come out onto Blue Dino. Still trying to use that right there. Blue maybe going for a pick. There is a trade on both sides. Action going down, but T going down as well inside of Red Sun. And once again, 3-2 situation. Xylo isn't really taking much opportunities here to really get much done, but they do get a pick off that top mid. Finally, maybe a chance to push in and get zone. It's now. And Xylo is going to maybe take zone here. They do take it. With missiles already in armor, they could definitely defend this pretty well. But once again, those missiles coming from Amir could definitely push them right off top mid storming.
Yeah, for sure. And you see Xylo as once again we get control. The Red Sun are trying to win it back in here. And Xylo can just keep control here. They can take this lead and maybe possibly get a KO here. Because it seems like everybody's going good here for Red Sun, but they do find a pick on the H-Jet, so this could be an opportunity here for Red Sun to get back in and possibly take this game back over.
Yeah, they do get the cap back now, and again, just cap being contested. Right now, it seems like Zion hasn't really found opportunities. They usually have to just go in and get a lot of picks. It really seems like they can't move field from top mid, and again, the junior front on the side of Xylo goes down once again, but the brush is down as well, and it really seems like neither side can stay up in a 4v4 situation, but it is actually hurting Xylo a lot more than it's hurting Red Sun.
And yeah, indeed it is. And Red Sun is just playing a little bit better this game, and it seems like they're going to be able to take this game, but Xylo here has the advantage, so they got to set up a lockout break. There 50 seconds left in this match, and Red Sun needs to be careful for a lot of this game by slipping their fingers.
Yeah, right now Xylo, it has to focus on paying this zone. That is the main priority here to take this lead. They gotta pay this zone. They do get a pick on Hammer, though. That is massive. They do pop the missiles here. This might be at least you've come here. They do have Hammer the Raid. They do have Armor the Raid. They do pop Armor. Hammer might be coming soon, but lead just not shooting yet by 1 point. They gotta pay the zones. Xylo is not focusing zones right now too much, and they do get the pick onto that brush there, but a pick happening on that right side there is still gonna let Red Sun, stall those zones. I say that though, they do take the lead here, and finally down to 39. Xylo still has control of this game. 10 seconds left. This is really bad for Red Sun, losing the lead in the last seconds, not being able to really get back in. They go 2 down. Last 2 left now on this left side here, and they're gonna go down as well. And that's gonna be it. Xylo taking this at 5-1, and they are. Stormy, go ahead.
They are your walk playing Amateur League eSports champions. Congratulations, Xylo.
No, they lost that game 5 because of kind of a splat neck code being a bit iffy, and they were like, you know what? They thinking they can just take that and use that to win. Nah, let's take the next game, no problem, and they do in a bit more of a closer fashion. But at that point, I think they were just trying to win and get it over with.
Yeah, they were upset, and I think that almost threw them off their game. That was a lot closer game than most of the other games that we've seen out of this series so far. But Xylo gonna take it in a dominating fashion despite that whack DC win from Red Sun. Xylo dominated, and as you guys said, they are our champions. They are the best team, clearly an amateur, undefeated, only dropping 4 single games throughout the entire 8-week series of regular season, plus 2 playoff series. That is incredible. That is insane.
You said 4. I would like to correct that a little bit, but whatever.
What did they lose?
Yeah.
I would say 3 personally. I would say 3 personally. But either way,
sure,
right.
Okay, whatever.
More
Essentially, yes.
matters.
Besides that whack DC, undefeated even in the playoffs,
matters.
right?
More important matters, right?
I know we had a whole argument IPS about that, but I'm sorry, man. But either way, Xylo won, so it didn't really make a difference. Okay, so the rest of Xylo, Red Sun played out their minds. Now you're okay. Red Sun played out their minds. Congratulations to them, coming in the 2nd place overall here in the Amateur League. Respect to them. We had 2 low-end champions go up together, so this was an exciting set to watch.
Right. Okay. Before we move on, right? Okay. So, what I told Neo was that if they won WTP, I would get merch for them done. I think Pete already did that, so I can't get merch for Xylo. So instead, I'm a good lad myself. Hold up. Check out that Twitch chat.
What is that?
There we go. Red Sun merch, lads.
There you go. That's to be fair, Red Sun had an incredible series, an incredible championship run as well. They did get second place here to Xylo, but besides Xylo, Red Sun is clearly second best team. I mean, they took down West Broadway. They, finished the regular season essentially 6-2 without that, forfeit win, or what could have been a 6-2 win. So, yeah, I mean, props to Red Sun. Stormy, talk to us a little bit about Red Sun and what they've been able to accomplish recently before we move on and talk more about the amazing run that Xylo has made.
Red Sun, their run has been pretty incredible, if you ask me, with a little bit of up and down the side. But the beginning of the season, people probably didn't see them as a team. We saw them as a playoff team, but not a team to probably contest in finals. We all assumed that it would be Xylo West Broadway in the finals. But over the course of this league, they have just improved doing tournaments outside this league, becoming really strong. They won the Minnow Cup. They came in second place in another tournament, and then they won Low Inc. They obviously progressively got better, and that's what we love to see here in Walk the Plane. We love to see teams start off at one spot and get better, and Red Sun has obviously done that.
Yeah, congrats to them, and I think we are all a little bit surprised that this series wasn't closer after today's first two semifinal matches. It seemed like this could be a very close series, but Xylo has also made improvements. They've also gotten better, and man, oh man, their individual skill plays, when you skill check in those 1v1s or even 1v2s, Xylo seemed to have the upper hand. So Red Sun, congrats to them on second place. But Xylo, you are our grand champions. You have done it, and in an undefeated fashion. Congrats, you guys. That is absolutely insane. We're going to take a 5-minute break and then hopefully get a couple members from Red Sun for the winner interviews. So stay tuned for that so we can hear from Xylo and the winning team, some of the grand champions coming your way in just a moment.
I'm gonna be so.
All right, we're going live. We're going.
Calm down.
Oh man, we got a crazy series, a crazy win. Blue and Neo now here on the line. Can you guys hear me?
Oh, we supposed to talk?
Yeah. Blue, how's it?
You're an interview for a reason, Neo. Of course you're supposed to talk.
I didn't give you a fair warning. My bad. Blue, I'll go to you first. Congrats on the victory. How you feeling right now?
Well, honestly, I feel fucking amazing. Oh, my bad.
Oh, you're good.
I
Every champion gets one swear word on the desk. It's fine. You just use this.
Yeah, but yeah, I feel really amazing. Because this is honestly an accomplishment to me. Because I'm sort of new to like comp in a way, but not at the same time. Because half of the time when I played comp, I couldn't get into it because I couldn't socialize with people too well. And Xylo was the first team that I actually put effort in, and it really worked out well for me.
Yeah, no kidding. We'll get to your performance here in a second because you definitely popped off. But Neo is here in the call as well. Neo, how are you feeling about the finals victory?
Feeling good about it. Like, it just feels good because I've just been getting like a lot of W's recently. I've just been getting better and better at gameplay for playing the game for 3 years. It just feels good to finally be winning so much and just like be getting better at the game. So I feel good about this.
Yeah, well, Xylo's definitely popping off there. An incredible victory. I mean, I think a lot of people thought that this series would be a little bit closer between you guys and Red Sun. I think we had all predicted you guys would win, but to do it in such a dominating fashion, Blue, were you guys predicting that this would happen, or was it surprising that you guys won so heavily as well?
That's like a 50-50, to be honest.
You thought the series was going to be more 50-50?
50-50. When we first started, of course.
Yeah.
But when I realized we were just dominating, I was like, we have basically a good chance of winning this.
Yeah. So we saw you today on the Tetras and that Nautilus. What was about your play? Describe a little bit today. What was your mindset? Because it seemed like you were. You've always been a pop-off player, but today especially, it seemed like you're getting a ton of splats. What was that all about?
So I think on Starfish main state, to be honest, I was muted half of the match. So like when I got the quad, and then when I was just spawn camping them, I had no way of communicating with my team. So I was just in my own mind at that point. So like basically, I was having the mindset of a solo queue match in a way. If you get what I mean.
Yeah, I mean it paid off. Maybe you should just mute your teammates more often. Oh man, awesome. Yeah, I mean that's pretty dang impressive. And Neo, of course, too, I think you've always been a player that we've talked about all season long as one of those aggressive players who are always getting picks, always getting splats. How do you get into that aggressive mindset? Is that just naturally to you, or is that something that you decided, man, I'm going to play this game super aggressive and just go all out?
For me, for like whatever, I always push up every shooter. I push up. I try to be the aggressive one. So I guess it's sort of natural to me. But for Splatoon, it's just like, it's just been a part of me because it's part of my name as well, Neo Slayer. I'm supposed to be getting the picks. And I guess that's what it stands for now. Just me being an aggressive player.
Yeah. Well, I want to pass it off and give a couple other chances to IPS. I'll let you go first. Any questions that you've had for this team?
There's some seeding leakage here. We're talking about this, right? So when we were seeding the tiers and we made the pro tier, right, there was 3 teams at the bottom of pretty much the pro tier, right, which was, Micklin, Midnight, and Stargaze. And actually, Micklin did take down Squidding Good as well. And after that, of course, you had Psycho Friends from WLR Jackpot. But, and you guys were actually the next in line to get into pro if one of those teams dropped before the season or just, weren't there in general. But my honest question is, right, if I, by any chance, put you guys in pro, do you think you could take down, teams like Stargaze, Micklin, Squid and Good, and Midnight?
For me, from personal experience, it will be super difficult. We might have been able to take games and hopefully sets, but it would have been super difficult.
Yeah, for sure. In my opinion, I feel like you guys definitely had the potential to beat teams like Stargaze, Midnight, Micklin. Squid and Good a bit more out of reach, of course, but Squid and Good is definitely one of those teams that are high level, but one is very beatable. We saw Micklin upset them in pro. So, but you guys definitely made a statement today that you guys were definitely like the standout amateur team. Kind of how like Eclipse was in Academy, just that one team that was kind of just above all the rest that, should have been in the tier above but just missed out because of this and that and whatnot, So you guys definitely proved yourself that you guys are a really good team.
Well, I want to pass it on now to Stormy, and any questions for you, Stormy, towards these two players?
Man, I can't stand you guys because you guys wrecked us with scrims back when percentage was a thing. I have mad respect for you guys, so I'm gonna channel in the Zach energy real quick and ask a Zach related question. All right, you guys just want some money, right? I pick if you had to invest this money towards Genshin Impact,
No.
or would you, would you invest this money towards Genshin Impact, or would you invest this money towards helping you for Friday Night Fucking?
I'm gonna say Friday Night Funkin' because I enjoyed that game a lot. I'm gonna be honest.
I would go for fucking too.
Bet. So this is a message for you Genshin players out there. You guys are trying.
He's spitting facts, though. He's spitting straight facts, no printer.
Yikes. Oh my gosh. I'm curious to hear from Blue and Neo. Walk me through the last 2 months from the start of the season to now here the end of the season. You guys were already a great team to begin with, but it seems like you guys have improved as well. So how have you guys grown as a team over this season 3 together?
Blue, you can go with this one if you want to.
No, you go ahead because I have to think about this one.
All right. Honestly, for us, it's just been we just practice. We just do scrims like as much as we can. We practice, we scrim, and we just critique each other as much as we can. And we have been doing tournaments here and there, but it's just mainly been scrims and just practicing as much as we can.
Yeah, I mean that's a good strategy. Seems like your guys' hard work definitely paid off there. Anything, Blue, that you would add to that?
No, that's just basically it.
That's basically it. Well, congrats on the win and the championship again, guys. Is there what is ahead in the future here for Xylo? What's up next? What are you guys gonna do? What are you guys gonna win?
We actually don't know because we don't have any plans to do any tournaments at the moment that I'm aware of.
Okay.
So for now, we're just gonna be practicing still more to keep improving.
Fair enough. Just chill out, wait for season 4, maybe of WTP. Are you guys at least joining in Ludi?
We don't even know about that either because he hasn't even brought that up.
We brought it up, but we just did. He didn't send us up.
Did he?
I don't know if he sent us up.
I have to ask him again.
All right, here we go. The collapse of Xylo right in front of us.
Crumbling down just like that.
Yeah, no, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
So before we close off today's stream, Blue and Neo, anything you want to say to the fans, say to the people that have watched or supported your team, especially Peachy, who's saying hashtag Xylo for life. So anything you guys want to say to those who were cheering you on?
Thank you for cheering us on, because it actually really means a lot to us, because we didn't think people actually would support us. And actually, because there's other teams that are well known, and then us, we're just not even, now we're just getting more well known, and people are just keep supporting us. It's an amazing feeling.
Yeah.
Great.
Awesome. Neo, anything you'd add to that?
I would just say thank you to all the fans that have been rooting for us ever since day one. Thank you for all the teams that we had to fight that helped us. Hashtag persistence. And basically, yeah, just thank you for everyone that supported us from day one.
Awesome. Well, appreciate you guys so much. We are going to wrap up season 3 here. There has been a season-ending video made by Peachy, the creator of a lot of those intro videos. So we're going to watch that. But before we do, IPS and Stormy, any last words to the stream? Anything you want to say to wrap up season 3?
Valrock asking for something in the stream chat. Just gonna do it for him. Ow, ow.
Ow.
I just want to say it's been an honor being here for season 3, and hey, thank you, Luke, for giving us this opportunity to be a staff member and be a commentator. This feels great to be here. We really appreciate it.
Of course. And one last thank you to all those who donated, especially Cherry Girl, representing that big prize pool. I'm sure Xylo is happy with Nikki giving all those donations. So thank you for making it happen. Thank you to all who have watched season 3. We will give some season 4 announcements. We're going to change up the format, so we're going to finalize some things, have some staff meetings to make some improvements. We are always learning. We're always growing as a tournament organization. And so expect not right away, but hopefully in a couple weeks we'll have some answers. Maybe we'll have a few dates thrown out. But definitely more Splatoon action will be coming your way in the future. We've loved season 3. We loved hanging out with you guys and seeing some great action. So thank you to all the fans, the teams, the staff members, the donators. You guys are all amazing for making this happen. And we will see you guys hopefully sooner rather than later, but stick around for this video and for the raid that will follow after. Until then, guys, we'll see ya later. Peace out.
Hello, everyone. It's Lawrence Brightonfield. I am from the Peachy Networks and WTP eSports, and I am the voice actor for 2XL. And I'm closing the season of Splatoon 2 eSports here on the WTP eSports Twitch channel. I, Larry, would like to thank all tier teams for participating this season, and those who stuck around from the very beginning of season 1, 2, and 3. Now, I have of course started all of this from the very beginning of season 1, when the channel was Walk the Plank Gaming. When the channel became WTP eSports, I was like, what? Are you guys rebranding? And yes, they did rebrand the WTP eSports. And then once I did, I've gotten used to it and stopped using the Walk the Plank Gaming name altogether. Now, before I close this season of Splatoon 2 eSports, I just have a few things to say to everyone in the live chat. Number 1, on our website, we have updated the website to include the Academy, Pro, and Amateur tier champions on the WTP eSports website's Hall of Fame. Number 2, during our time off, there will be a Twitter poll on the WTP eSports Twitter account, which you can follow at WTP eSports. That's at WTP_eSports. There will be a Twitter poll there where we will decide what tier should 2XL do the standings updates for next season. Whatever tier gets the most votes, 2XL will be more likely to give you the standings updates for that specific tier only. And number 3, In addition to this channel, there are other channels you can watch while we're gone, including Shockwave SP, IPL Splatoon, Low-Key the Octo, Micabee, Splatboy, and many other Splatoon streamers you can watch. There's also Rocket League eSports, CSGO streams, and many other games that you can watch while we are gone. And number 4, I certainly hope you enjoyed watching me do every bit of intro I've done over the past couple months, and I thank you, Luke, for the opportunity to work with you and see the stuff in action and see a lot of intense matches and exciting matches throughout the entire season. This season is officially over. I hope you enjoyed this season as much as I had working with each and every one of you. And I would like to thank you in the live chat for joining us. I am Lawrence Bryanfield saying, see ya later. Actually, we have one more announcement. Please take a look at our final video for the day.
Back and forth game there. We had Kraken take the lead for the first 3 minutes. Regular gamers looked like they had it all but wrapped up until overtime. I mean, madness on the tower. There's 3 people on once. LK coming in by himself trying to get it done. Tax and Cosby trying to get it done. I don't know if we saw at the very end though. Drift hit a double kill snipe. I'm pretty sure he splatted both of them with one shot. But Luma was able to sneak still on the tower. I mean, I'm surprised there, Solver. What was happening to Mirage there that they seemingly couldn't get a single push going? What was going on?
Or either pushing too early or just pushing as like one singular person. They seriously need to like work on pushing together, and especially like with that not push, just like that's probably not the best idea for Nautilus to push all by itself.
Yeah, we saw a lot of that. Yeah. Zach, we never got to hear your thoughts, so give us some of your thoughts. If someone missed regular gamers versus Symphony,